But you do have to get up at 3, so you should go to bed.
Do have to get up really soon. I haven't packed yet, so that's cool.
4 hours.
Are you kidding me?
Blake, what the heck is wrong with you, dude? Yeah, dude. You are a hard R, dude.
This is the intro now. I'm just doing... Can you hear my fan that's going on?
Yeah.
Is it too loud?
I mean, you're going to have to edit it out.
Okay. Because I can kind of hear it. My holy cow.
Whoa. Jared's got a new face, dude.
That's what happens in 2 weeks when we haven't seen you.
What are you talking about?
Well, we haven't done this for 2 weeks, and you were like 2 weeks into it.
What do you mean I have a whole new face?
Dude, put it back.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. You just shut off your camera. There you go.
I got to make this bigger for a minute. Is that a filter or real?
What do you mean?
Dude, so I think I was just watching the episode where we were asking you about it. Why are you growing it out? You never said. Are you going Jim Beam White, dude?
Yeah, dude, I thought I had Jack Daniels. I didn't even have Jack Daniels right now.
But Buffalo Trace, we decided.
I didn't grab Buffalo Trace. I just grabbed whatever.
Dude,
gosh.
I'll dump it out. I'll go get B-Tac, dude. B-Tac's way better.
Get B-Tac, dude. This looks like pee. What am I doing to myself?
Dude, this is the first I've had in weeks.
Good for you.
Since we filmed last.
Really? I thought you said you had something. To answer
your question, so I shave probably once or twice a week.
Uh-huh.
And then in July, the first week of July, I didn't really shave at all. And so I thought, oh, hold on. I'm going to go up to Idaho the first week of August, see my brothers, and some of their Georgia friends are coming. And I know them through Discord because we play games together, and they know we're twins, but they don't know how twins we are. And I was like, dude, it'd kind of be funny if I had a beard when I met them. So I look as much as like John as possible. Just more fit and actually not bald.
You definitely look more like John with a beard.
Take it back, dude.
You're twins, bro.
Take it back, dude. No way. Bro.
You just said that was your goal of growing out the beard.
Yeah, I know, but I hate that you agree.
My gosh.
No, dude. But yeah. So I'm just I'm not shaving and I hate my face and I feel like there's something on it and it drives me crazy every day.
That's funny.
Dude, Sarah gave me a goodnight smooch the other night and she kissed me and she was like, who am I kissing in the dark right now? I'm like,
she's like, I like this.
No, dude, she hates
more
it.
rando kissing.
She hates it so much.
Oh gosh, that's funny. Should I light this candle right now?
Is it really noticeable? I can't even really see it.
Yeah, dude. I was just watching last 2 weeks episode and it was just kind of there. Just kind of. And here it's like, surprise.
Bro, it's still kind of just there.
Yeah, I mean, your mustache is way more noticeable.
This is all noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You guys will see it in 4 days. So.
Sick.
Yeah, dude.
Tight.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. You guys have beards. I have dirt on my face.
Well, I mean, let it grow out and then it'll be a beard. You can rub some dirt in it so it looks fuller.
No,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
I like being clean, unlike some people.
What are you talking about, dude? Party? I just took a shower. You know what I mean?
All right, dude. First sip, 2 weeks. Here we go. Jim Beam White.
Is it really? I want to look back. I want to look back at our text and show you where you said you had something, but that would take a while.
Where I had some what?
I don't know. I just thought or maybe you just said you wanted some the other night when you were saying you wanted some Weller when you were cutting that. And
yeah,
Alexa,
I said, don't talk to me like Alexa. No, I definitely said I wanted some. But I didn't have any.
Oh, guys, that is so bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, Jim Beam, White Label, do better.
No.
This is not.
No, Jack Daniels is worse than Jim Beam White Label.
No, Jack Daniels is delicious.
Compared
to this, You drink that right now and tell. Well, that was a big hawk.
I'm gonna.
You drink that right now and tell me that's better than Jack Daniels, and I'll tell you you're wrong.
Really? Are they both 80?
I think so. You have the labels in front of you.
Jack might be. Is Jack
It's called a conversation, Jared. It smells so much better.
90?
No, there's no way.
80.
Yeah, 80. It smells so much better.
I almost bought
Beam?
another Jack, but I thought I had no.
Beam smells
freaking-
like a bar, dude. Like you're walking out by a bar downtown. It's like liquor on the ground.
That's not a good thing, dude. That
That
means
was
someone threw
almost
it
a
up.
song. Dude, okay, that is actually pretty good. That tastes like peach
Wrong.
tea.
Wrong. Dude,
It's
they
actually
had
really
some.
good. It's actually really good. This is Threshold.
Bro, you got. Oh my gosh.
Gonna take away the meaning of it. I'm sorry.
I know.
Okay, let me smell this. Bourbon. Neat.
No, when I was picking
You
up
see-
your raffle pick, they had some Bowman single
Oh, yeah?
barrels,
Did you get some?
the green label ones. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember if you guys had that or not.
I have that. Grayson has had it. He said it was really good. He likes it. That's the Buffalo Trace Blanton's Juice distilled a third time in Virginia under the Bowman label.
Nice.
Sourced
Nice.
Buffalo Trace.
How are you, Mr. World Traveler?
So you're
Me?
talking to Grayson?
Yeah. No one
Good.
else is flying around the country
Dude, I am
drinking and driving hand-built sports cars.
drinking and driving.
First of all, those are two separate things. Okay.
Well, you
Drinking,
did them both. I didn't say at the same time.
I'm good. Yeah. Traveling is a lot.
I bet.
Yeah.
Takes a lot out of you.
Because you went
I
a
got-
few days just with El Capitan.
El Jefe. Yeah. Which was fun. It was great being at his house.
Seems like it. All
Yeah.
those cool pictures. No, dude. I changed, bro.
Jared seems louder than the rest of us.
He does.
No way, dude. Grayson, you're the loudest, bro.
Am I really loud?
Okay,
Yeah.
Grayson is always louder in the edit. Like, I always got to turn him down. I'm turning you and me up.
That's weird.
Wait,
Yeah.
so Grayson's the loudest in the edit?
Yeah, but you're always loudest on here. It's got to be just Zoom because my levels are good and I'm near in yellow in Pro Tools, which
And
is
Blake's
not
always
great.
cutting out.
Yeah, I know. He's always cutting out, dude.
It's probably because I'm the host and I'm still uploading.
Are you pause the upload, bro? This is just gonna cause problems.
Yeah. How do I pause it? Oh my gosh, I can't.
I don't know. Is it in Google Drive? There's when you hover over it, there's like a little pause button, right?
No. I
Okay.
click. Every time I
Am
click,
I
it
going to
is-
need more than this?
Well,
No, it's a
we're,
warm up, dude.
we're gonna talk for a bit. Did you
Is
guys
it
look
gonna-
at my outline?
Yeah. How long is it going to take for us to get into tasting with him?
I don't know because I don't know. I have this like whole plan of how I can't even actually say it because it'll give something away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't.
So
Yeah, no, but say it. Go ahead.
No.
yeah.
No, don't say it.
Dude, when I sent you guys the outline, I pitted a little bit. I was like, oh no,
That's so funny.
because
I
it
don't even
lists.
see the outline.
Well, I unsent it. You weren't responding right then, so Grayson was the only one that maybe had a chance to see it.
Listen, okay? I read the conversations and you guys are having an A-B conversation. Okay? I
So
see my
your way
out.
in.
No, see my way in?
Yeah,
No,
dude.
you guys seem like you were going back and forth over something important.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that's fine. Yeah, no, I
neither.
set the outline, and in the outline it had the 2 bottles that we're tasting tonight. So I got a little scared.
Okay.
You know.
Did you guys listen to the Glasgow cloak?
Yeah, I've been listening to that for years.
Bro,
So
that is straight up Blade Runner music, and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
it's some good stuff. I don't know if you go ahead.
What?
I was gonna say I don't know if you listened to his first solo from like 2010. I think it's called Precipitation. But there's like so much. Oh, dude, you're going over. You're looking at the notes right now.
Yeah, I am.
I can see you hovering over it
What do you mean?
because I sent you like the notes, so it shows me like who's accessing it right now because it's a shared note.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
can see you like hovering, like your mouse or whatever.
Yeah.
This-
You can
It's
see
pretty-
mouse movements? Or
It
like
just
if it's
said like
highlighted.
Jared, and it said, "How did you meet those guys?" And it was
That's
just
funny.
hovering over like word by word or something.
How
Oh,
weird.
I just yeah.
Anyway, some of that precipitation album is like early Beautiful Eulogy stuff. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
dude, you use that same patch, or that same sample, or the same drums. It's cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, I love that Glass Cloak. Stranger Things vibes for sure. And some of it.
Yeah. All of his stuff kind of has like a 80s sci-fi spacey sound.
Yeah. Did you guys finish the documentary?
Heck yeah, dude.
Of course.
Dude,
That was pretty good.
King is kind of a cool name.
King is a totally cool name.
Right, dude? Like, if I had a dog, maybe name him King.
Dude.
Jahai just had his first kid. Middle name King.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought, was it a girl or no?
No, boy, Judah King.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've named every car I've ever owned Kingsley.
Mm.
Well, I always thought about not always, and if I got another dog, naming it King after the. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name.
Hooten Young? Jack Carr?
No.
Martin Luther?
Harvest Moon. Neil Young.
Oh, Neil Young?
Yeah. You know the song about King?
Not Martin Luther.
No.
Juniors, though. Okay, I can't figure out how to.
We just watched your memory lapse in real time,
Yeah.
and I was laughing at that reel when I was cutting it, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
Which one?
Oh, has that one not gone up yet?
It might not have.
No, the memory one, Grayson, where you're like, it's bad that my mom and I have.
Oh, yeah.
I think that just went out today, didn't it? Or yesterday?
Maybe yesterday.
Yeah, maybe yesterday. I don't
That's
know. It's
funny.
funny though. Bro, why
You
does
guys texted something today, and I was like, I don't really know what they're talking about.
what was it though?
It was something about an episode, and you got, I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
All right.
I was just going to like scroll through and look.
It was like you were watching something while editing. You're like, oh, I'm watching this part in this clip and laughing.
Oh.
Was
I
it
don't
the
know.
church stuff?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
Hmm.
remember.
I don't know, dudes. My brain.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
know anything anymore.
Go-
Whiskey's
Gone.
good for it, though.
What?
Whiskey's good for your brain.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That's what the
What
guy
do
at the
you
liquor store told me.
mean? Wait, who?
The guy at the liquor store, he said this is good for your brain.
Oh, okay. Sure, whatever. It's good to, make it real smooth.
We're going to party this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I got my bottles right there that I'm going to bring.
I got my bottles not right there that I'm gonna bring, and I can't wait, guys. I walked into Rose, dude. I walked into Rose, and he wasn't there, but his right hand man. Nate,
He
was
wasn't there.
No. But check this out. Nate started giving me a hard time because I haven't made it out to a dinner yet. He's like,
Okay.
Jared, you got to come to a dinner, and I was like, bro, I would love to, but the tickets are too expensive, and my wife would kill me if I spent that much on a dinner for myself. And he was like, make it a date night and bring her. And I said, that's genius. So I'll probably go to a dinner soon.
And also
anyways-
double the price.
Yeah, but also double the price. No, but then Calvin was with me. It was while we were hanging out this weekend. And it was a really big dinner, and they only had one bottle left from the dinner. And he was like, yo, I'll give you a deal on that one. I was like, no, I'm not going to get it. And I picked up the bottle I meant to grab. And he was like, I'll give you that one for free if you buy this one. And I was like, no. And he looked right at Calvin. He was like, hey, Calvin, you want to know the final, you want to know how to seal the deal with sales? And Calvin was like, yeah. And then he picked up the bottle and he was like, put it in their hand. And he handed me the bottle. And I was like, dang it, man. So
That's so good.
I got 2 special bottles I'm bringing this weekend.
Dang.
What was the free bottle?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
Special.
I
The
mean,
free
it's-
one?
I mean, it's something that you both wanted.
So everything.
Yeah, so everything. No, it's not super special. It's just a new bottle from someone we all like.
Okay.
Mm.
And recently it's been distillery exclusive.
Oh, gosh, you're going to make me try and guess. I don't even know.
Is it a 10-year?
No.
Distillery exclusive.
He's coming on 8:15.
I think so.
4 minutes. Cool.
What are you pouring? Oh, water?
I can give you one more guess and you guys will know exactly what it is.
Go snipe it. Oh, well, if you don't want to tell us, don't tell us.
I mean, it's
Are we
kind
going to
of
see it on Friday?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're probably going to open it on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I was thinking about not bringing up bottles and just bringing up samples and making you guys review them, but.
Oh, like while we're sitting around a fire pit at midnight?
Well, we got to
in
film
Taco Bell?
something while we're together, right?
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah. How to win?
No, not like the whole rigs. We'll just use our little cameras and our mics. Like we got to film something.
Good try.
Come on.
Good try.
Come on.
Like a little something.
Grayson's
something.
got that cool room, dude.
Oh, yeah. We can sit on that couch right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
It's a real couch. We can sit on my couch.
What?
We can sit on my couch.
No, we cannot sit on your couch because it falls
Rude.
over
Rude.
and reveals the bed.
Sorry, I'll buy a better couch when I can afford it.
Guys, this is not good bourbon. Whatever samples we're having tonight, they better be really good, Blake. You told us, you were always like, oh, you're trying to make us warm up with bad stuff, Jared, because this stuff will seem better. You made us warm up with swill.
You
dude.
chose your least favorite whiskey of all time.
Okay.
Because I'm always trying to better myself, you know?
Okay, but
I'm trying to try new things.
That's great. I don't have Jack 7 right now. I thought I did. I'm out. Okay. And the only Buffalo Trace bottles I have are picks. And if I get a single barrel Buffalo Trace pick, it's not the same thing.
Right. But
It might
you
be
could have
amazing.
gone makers. You could have gone.
I don't
Evan
have
Williams.
normal makers.
You could have gone.
I did almost buy a maker's cask strength tonight, though.
The new 7 years or whatever.
Yeah, the 7-year cask strength with the black wax top.
Yeah, I heard those are good.
Yeah, dude. Almost grabbed it. Didn't do it, though.
Tight. Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure I still hate it. The Jack. I do.
I feel like these are going to be Jack or Buffalo Trace.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
You do know. Don't lie to us. You do know.
That's right.
Okay. If anyone knows, you have to know. Does Courtland know?
No.
He doesn't know what they are.
No. I sent him the same. I sent him the same samples I sent you.
This is our first sample with somebody, right?
Well, the first blind. We had some with Alex. We had some
With Scott.
Oh, with Scott.
with
Yeah.
Scott.
I guess Alex's was
Kevin.
blind, but he knew.
He knew.
Yeah, Alex
Yeah.
knew what his was. Yeah. Did you finish it, Jared? The white?
What?
It smells really good.
No.
Smell it. There's nothing wrong with that nose.
Then there's something wrong with my bottle.
It's probably your glass, maybe. I don't know. Take a swig out of it.
He's smelling it straight out of the bottle.
Yeah, dude. What are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I'm just not.
It's very similar.
I'm not a white label fan, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I almost grabbed. What was it? I have a few 100 proofers, but all the ones you told us to warm up with were 80 or 90, so I didn't.
oh, well, yeah, any of those could have worked.
Okay, whatever. Dude,
What's that?
Courtland's officially late, bro. He's our first guest who's late.
My gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wonder what the heck.
Dude, he's probably mad that he was
he's
already
right,
last
he's right
week.
there. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there.
Oh, he's right there. He's right there. He's right there. dude.
Go let him in.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
Oh, who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
Courtland. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey, dude.
Yo, yo,
what up,
yo.
Courtland?
Dude,
What's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
look at that sweet piano.
Dude, that's a
Oh,
sick
that is
piano.
cool.
Is that King Kong on top of your piano?
No, that's MF Doom.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Mad villain.
Nice.
That's
Do you know
cool.
anything about MF Doom?
Is he
Little
like a
bit.
producer or is that
Okay.
somebody else?
He is a producer, but rapper mainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's my favorite rapper, and my kids are now falling in love with him as well. So
He's got an action figure?
Yeah. dude, he's
this
got
is
cool
one that
mask.
came out back in the day. I think I got it brand new from some store in Denver.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think it came out in like 2006 maybe. So I've had it forever, you know. But yeah, it's one of my
Is it-
favorite things.
Green trench coat?
Green trench coat. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Kid Robot was the company that made it. And I think they're
Oh,
worth
yeah.
like $600 now or something. So
Nice.
yeah.
You got like a nice like setup with angles and lighting and stuff.
You know, I'm trying to go all out for you guys.
Bro,
You know, trying to match the steez.
respect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How you been? I know we've been trying to do this for a little while, and somebody
Yeah.
messed up something last time. Golly.
No, I'm doing good, man. No, I'm happy to be here, guys. It's been fun. I've been watching you guys like not every episode, but as many as I can catch.
Dude, okay, so
It's really cool.
Looking back at our texts or whatever, and you know, I'm trying to remember like when we met, but it was at least 2019, 2018, something like that.
Yeah.
But as I was looking back through them, you texted me the night before our first podcast episode went
that's
out.
crazy.
And it just happenstance. Like you were drinking some Emerald Giant cask strength and looking at some reviews or whatever,
Yeah,
and
that's
you saw I had posted something on Reddit, and you screenshotted it and just took it,
Yeah, dude.
sent it to me, and then that started all the bourbon talk and all the
Yeah.
the stuff.
Yeah.
But it had been a
Yeah.
couple years since we had talked, I think.
For sure.
Before that.
I know. I think when it was at least like because we met for the first time at that show in Canvas, the Canvas conference out there. I don't even remember what year that was, to be honest.
I think it was 2019.
Yeah, that
Is when
sounds
that
right.
was. Yeah.
So, yeah, and then I think we just kind of started texting like a little bit after that, and then it wasn't until I think I saw that you were into whiskey or something like that, or I don't know if it was maybe even seeing some of the stuff that you were doing with the podcast that made me think like, oh, I didn't know he was into whiskey and stuff, so I then hit you up, you know.
Yeah.
And I was babysitting my homie's kid, and he has a whiskey, you know, like pretty good collection. So I just pulled something from his shelf, and then like I was scrolling Reddit, and then I saw your name pop up on the Reddit thread because I was wondering about the whiskey I was drinking, and I was like, yo, I think that's Blake. So it was so funny. Yeah, dude. So
you remember-
anyways, happy to be here, guys. Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you remember why we met? I'm
I think-
asking. I don't.
No, I'm pretty sure it was just I think
I want to say that you guys were looking for a merch guy for one of your Bay Area shows. Does that sound right?
I don't think so. I want to say I think I just saw something about like your name popped up, or maybe you commented on something, and then I looked at your profile,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure I just saw like, oh, he's like a Foley guy who works at Skywalker, and I was like, that's sick. And then I think I just hit you up.
Was it maybe Knives Out? Because didn't I find out you work on that?
Oh, yeah.
You guys did
That
some
might have
Knives
been
Out
it.
stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw the graphics on the site.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was a crazy thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very kind of surprising, I guess.
How did you guys get on that? Or what was you guys created just some graphics or some props or something?
Not to get too crazy, but so I started a company with my best friend, Anthony Benedetto. He was an illustrator. He was also the creative director at Humble Beast.
Okay.
And I've known him since I was 16. We used to work on music together. And then he went to school for illustration, and specifically in Colorado. And then we started a company kind of once I was kind of done with Humble Beast and making music there. And we're like, yo, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Cause a lot of what we're doing at Humble Beast beyond me doing the music was I would just kind of always be in his office, and we were always working on like all the, you know, creative visual stuff that came along with everything.
Okay.
And so I think when we were like leaving Humble Beast, it was just kind of like, dude, let's just keep doing this. Let's try to do this for, you know, for other companies and start a little creative studio. And so that's what we did. And then it was pretty like shortly after we started that, I think, I don't even know, because we launched a campaign where like I offered an instrumental record. Anthony did like an illustration that we were making prints for to like basically incentivize people to help support the start of our business. And so I don't remember if it was before or after. I want to say it was before any of that launch that this guy who's like a set designer for television, or sorry, for film, that Anthony had worked on a movie that was shot in Denver. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the guy's name now. There's this show called it has something to do with an angel. Do you guys remember this TV show? It was like a Christian, I think it was
Touched by an Angel?
Touched by an Angel, yes.
Okay.
So the guy that did that show, I believe it's his son, or maybe it's him, I don't remember, where like made this movie that Tony got involved with somehow. And because I think they were shooting something where it was like the main character was like an illustrator, and so they found Tony. And they were like, hey, can we have you like, I think they had him like illustrate a bunch of stuff for the movie that was basically, you know, set up in this guy's studio or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, can we get you on set? And we'll like, cause we need somebody to like be able to draw this on camera and stuff. Oh. And so he was in there, or he got brought onto the studio. And the funniest part of the story is that the main character shaved his arms. And so they had to shave his arms to capture his hands.
He had to be a hand-on model.
Yeah. So he was straight up hand modeling for this movie. Basically acting. So, you know, I mean, he was drawing these pieces, and then so that made the movie. Anyway, so the set designer for that movie ended up working on Knives Out, and then had, you know, met Tony through that project.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And reached out and was like, hey, we need a portrait of, you know, it was two projects. It was the you know, of Daniel Craig's character was one of them that was in the New York Times article or whatever. And then the other one was, I forget the actor's name now. The dad who ended up passing away.
Christopher Plummer.
And his painting in the like, you know, living room or whatever that was set in there. And so Tony went through this whole illustration, you know, process and did it very painfully and stuff. And then I guess they got, and it was like a crazy time crunch, you know, and so he ended up illustrating it and turning it in, and then the set design people were like printed it out and got it placed in the set. And then the director saw it and was like, what's this? And then I don't even know if I'm supposed to say any of this stuff, but
that will bleep it out.
Yeah. But he was like, no, I wanted like a painting, you know, and they're like, well, you know, and then so they ended up hiring some other guy to like, that was able to actually do an oil painting, which for us was just not possible, you know. It was like the time was just not gonna happen. So anyway, so that's kind of how that all panned out. Yeah.
That's funny.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so I think this was back in, I want to say 2012, 2013, 2010, one of those. I'm probably training for a half marathon or something. I'm putting on rap stuff. I'm doing whatever. And the song comes on called King Culture.
Yeah.
And then I watched that music video, and it's the three of you guys plus the other two, Theory Has It and Lee Green or something like that. I'm like, this is so dope.
Yeah, dude.
And so then I look up like who's Beautiful Eulogy? What is this? And I think I find the first album, and then I was sold on all of it.
That's rad. Yeah, man. I think that was actually the first thing that we ever released that
Really?
used our name, Beautiful Eulogy, you know, as the group.
Dang.
So it's definitely got like an interesting history to it.
Yeah. And just that music video, just all the different takes of you guys just all stepping up and dancing and doing whatever was
Yeah.
really simple, but like really cool and very well done.
Yeah, it was fun, dude.
Did you guys release anything, the trio of you outside of Beautiful Eulogy before that?
So I had worked on, like Braille was like one of my favorite artists growing up, you know?
Yeah.
So I met him like around the same time I met my friend Anthony. I think, I met Anthony through a show of Braille's, which is
dang. That's
wild.
cool.
And Sean Herman, who we have a mutual friend of, he's also one of my best friends, and he was DJing for Braille on this tour. And that all happened. Me and Sean were like working at Puma together, you know, in the retail space in a mall in Colorado. Yeah. And I saw Braille was coming into town, and I was just like, I'm a huge fan of his. And so it was like MySpace days, you know? So I just hit him up, and I was like, hey dude, love your music. I saw you're coming into town. Like, if you need a ride from the airport, place to stay, like, let me know.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I'm like, dude, he's not going to hit me up. You know, I'm like maybe I was 15 or something like that at the time. And I'm like, he's not going to hit me up. And then he was like, dude, yeah, that'd be great. I was like, no way.
What?
I got to get my license, guys.
Yeah. I didn't even have it. Honestly, no, my mom had to go pick him up from the airport. And
Oh my gosh.
so funny, bro. And she's so down. My mom's amazing. And she went and picked him up from the airport. And me and Sean were both working at Puma. And he was like, hey, dude, I hit up Braille too. And I asked if he wanted to DJ for the tour. And he said yes. So I'm like, and he was like, but I have a shift this night. Can you take my shift so I can go up to your house and practice with him before we leave for this tour? I was like, totally.
Cow.
So he went practice with Braille. And so I'm finishing up my shift. I get home, I walk into my bedroom, and there's Braille like rapping in my bedroom, you know, with my friend Sean on the turntables. And I was just like in this, like, what is going on? Like, what is life?
Pretty surreal.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Did he stay
anyways.
at your house?
I don't think they ended up staying that night because he was supposed to have a show in Denver that night. But then something happened with the venue, like, and it got canceled. So then some other guy picked him up and then like drove him to the next location.
That's
anyway.
wild.
So on that Colorado tour, one of their stops was in Pueblo, Colorado. That's where Anthony's from. He was a huge Braille fan. Went to that show, overheard that him and Sean needed a ride to Denver, offered them a ride, and then they had a show in Denver that night. He stayed for the show. I get to the show after I get off work. I meet Anthony, and rest is history. Like, and he was a rapper at the time. Gave me a demo CD, and he heard I was a producer from Sean, and he wrote his number, you know, it was like, you know, CDR style, wrote his number on the CD. And then we bumped it. Me and Sean bumped it in the car the next day. And then I was like, yo, I'm going to hit this dude up. He's sick. So, and that's what I did. And then then we pretty much met up every month after that and made music together and became best friends. So
how old was he at this time?
I want to say he was 22 maybe.
Man, that's so crazy.
His son was like 6 months old. Now he's 21 years old. I just saw him. I was just in Colorado. I was visiting him. And I'm like, dude, all these kids I saw, like, you know, now we're like adults. It's a trip. Yeah. So
Grayson and Jared, Sean is the guy who was drinking the Weller in the car that helped get us the Wellers.
That's so funny. Okay.
Hanging out with Sean, or with Courtland.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean is a very talented dude. He's a designer. He's pretty much anything he gets super into, like, he goes crazy hard into. So he's like really into haunted houses and stuff like that, and that whole scene.
Yeah.
And he ended up building a haunted house out of his, like, was it like a 30 square foot garage or something like that, and super elaborate. Like, I mean, it was a crazy build out, and just the detail of everything is impeccable. And they actually got a show that's like features. It's like one of those seasonal shows that shows up with like some TV personality, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna judge your Christmas light show or whatever."
Yeah.
And they did that for this haunted house, this haunted house series, and they ended up getting on the show. They didn't win their episode, but they should have. But it's crazy. It's super elaborate, and they have a whole elevator simulator because the whole theme is like a haunted like gold mine. And they have a whole elevator sequence that's all CGI'd. And that's a project that Blake worked on. So they had me do the score for it. And I was like,
I remember that.
Did I show
he was
that
like,
to you,
dude,
Chris?
I was like, if we can get some Foley work on this, it would make it that much better. And then
That is so funny.
I hit up Blake, and Blake was like willing to do it for free, which is insane, And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so sick. And then he sent us all the videos of
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
I totally forgot you did that. I don't know if I saw it, but I remember you working on that.
Yeah, we did we said, it was funny because like, I guess I just assumed that everybody knows the things that I know a lot of times. So like Joanna and I recorded all this Foley and like source of like creaks and ronks and these different things and some stuff to sync, like the footsteps of the dude running at the end and that kind of stuff, like chains and whatever. And so I sent Courtland a Pro Tools file or a Pro Tools session or whatever. And it must have been a few days or whatever. I was like, hey, how'd that stuff work out for you? He's like, I didn't know how to, I'm working in, what were you working in? Like Reason or?
Ableton, everything
Ableton.
for me.
He's working in
Okay.
Ableton. I was like, oh, dude, well, no duh. So then what I do, bounce you out just the audio files.
I think so. Probably
you
the
brought 'em
stems
in.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so I felt like a doofus for not like figuring out how you needed the stuff or whatever. But yeah, that was super fun.
Oh, dude, it was, such a huge blessing, and it really made the whole piece like feel like legit. So
I don't know if I saw the finish like with your score or anything like that.
yeah, well, the best way to experience it is live, going through the simulation and stuff. But anyways, yeah. So, and then his other work is he's like a web designer, developer, brand designer.
Yeah.
And then he's also, I think I can say it now, opening up a tiki bar right now. So he bought this location in Denver where it's basically, he's got this whole section that's like his skate park, which he's an awesome skater and has a bunch of homies roll through there. And I guess it's the only indoor skate park in Denver, which is nuts.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
And then this other unbuilt section right now that's being planned right now as a tiki bar.
Is it connected to that whole building? Is that all one area?
Yeah, it's like one property.
That's cool.
Where his studio is, his skate park, and then that. And so when they open the tiki bar, it'll be its own entrance and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think eventually he's hoping to open like a haunted mansion where the skate park currently is.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be sick.
But
and then
he announced the tiki bar thing, I think on socials just a few weeks ago, like officially announced it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So super
And it's gonna
exciting.
have the same kind of vibe as the haunted thing where it's kind of immersive and there's
Right.
a whole soundscape
Exactly.
to it. And
Yep.
it's going to be like a Disneyland tiki bar.
Yeah, man. It's like it's that sort of level of craftsmanship and all this stuff. So
That's fun.
super exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Enough about him though. Let's talk about Courtland.
Yeah, that was a long tangent, but it's like, anytime we talk about this stuff, it's crazy how many, it's all about these relationship connections that have happened at least in my life that then like got me connected to like the people who are super close to me now.
Yeah.
So Braille, and by way of Sean becoming his DJ, me and Braille ended up building a relationship as well. I never told him I was a producer at all. I'm just not the type of guy who's trying to sell myself, and I was like this timid kid who was just making beats, in his room. And I think he was staying with us after he had, like him and Sean were really tight. And then he like walked by my room and saw me working on some beats. And he was like, dude, what? You never told me you made beats. And then, so I started sharing him my music and stuff. And then, I think it was just, later in time, he ended up working on a record called Weapon Aid. And I think I was working on a project actually with Sean that never got released. But basically I was making all these beats, reaching out to some of my favorite artists, rappers, and having them do verses or a whole song on it. Braille was one of those, and that track ended up landing on his album Weapon Aid. And then and then so that was kind of the start of like getting involved with Braille and a lot of other guys that were connected with him, and particularly in Portland and stuff, and or at least at the time. And then a lot of it also has to just kind of like connects to me moving to Portland and joining Humble Beast by me doing like a producer showcase out there, meeting Thomas for the first time. And then I think it was once I moved to Portland, Thomas and I had this idea of making a record together that was conceptual, that was called Satellite Kite. And I think we were working on a record of Braille's called Native Lungs. And ironically enough, we all flew to Denver to work on that, and specifically just because of the studio that we ended up finding on one of our trips, and really liked the studio and the kind of the vibe of the spot. And we worked on that record together there, and we were like producing a lot of stuff like on the spot in the studio. And me and him were kind of like throwing around the idea of like putting together like a producer name, kind of not just me individually and Thomas individually, but what would our name be as like the producer kind of team. And so we're kicking around a bunch of ideas, and I think it was, and that's when we came with the name Beautiful Eulogy. And then, so that then stuck with the idea of making this record Satellite Kite with me and Thomas. And then I think we were at like a coffee shop one day, and Brian was on tour, I think in like Brazil, I want to say, or something like that. Okay. Dude used to travel all over the place doing his music. And he was like, hey, like I'm just kind of like, I would rather be on a group and stick around you guys and not just be like off doing my solo stuff anymore. Can I join Beautiful Eulogy? We're like, sure, dude. Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, yeah, that's a great idea.
It was like, it was just kind of like a no-brainer. And the three of us were really involved in everything that Humble Beast did as a label. And so it just made sense also for us to kind of like not just work on stuff in the studio together, but also like if we ever did shows, and like that would allow us to also continue to work on things, talk about the other projects and stuff, that just made everything like really practical, you know? And we didn't know what it was gonna do. We had no idea, you know. We thought people might hate our first record, you know, because it was just like, it just was kind of off the wall, you know, from anything else that was out at the time. So, we just kind of went with it. So,
okay. So you've answered like a lot of my stuff that I wanted to get into.
Yeah.
But there's some holes missing. So you and Brian knew each other outside of Thomas. Did Brian and Thomas know each other?
Yes.
And so then there was the three of you that
were, so when I moved to Portland, Thomas and Brian had already launched Humble Beast. So I'm working in Denver, and I'm just seeing all this stuff like happen from afar, you know. And I think at the time they had Theory Has It on the label. Okay. Foreknown was on the label. I can't remember who else was on it at the time. It was pretty small. Yeah. So I think when I moved to Portland, it was just, that was kind of already established, you know, their relationship. And by way of me having a friendship with Brian at that time and had spent some time together, I think Brian then I think he was out of town when I first visited for that producer showcase, and he ended up reaching out to Thomas. And I think in Theory Has It was at that producer showcase too. So Thomas was there by way of, you know, Brian kind of maybe mentioning it, and then the fact that Theo was already a part of that same thing. And then it was just like Thomas came up to me after that showcase and was like, dude, like, I loved all this stuff that you played tonight. And he was like calling out like production techniques. I was like, oh, like, you know what's up? Like, that's rad. And for me, it was just like, dude, I intentionally was like, let me just spend this week like being around these dudes as much as possible. I was very like, I was a Christian. I was a believer. I have been since I was a kid, but I was not actively in a church. I like knew I needed some discipleship. So for me, it was just like, beyond the music stuff was obviously super appealing and that was like drawing me. But I also was like, dude, these are like some legit dudes that I need to be around and like, and get poured into. And so that was also very like much a part of the story as well. And me getting reintroduced back to the church once I moved here and really like re-engaging my faith again and starting to understand things that I definitely recalled as a kid and had lived out, but kind of not fully understood the weight of, of the gospel and all that kind of stuff. So big life-changing moment, through that process. Brian, sorry, dude, I keep going on tangents.
No.
That's awesome.
Both Brian and Thomas just have, I think, and it shows now, they both kind of went the pastoral route post, Humble Beasts or Beautiful Eulogy stuff, but just in a lot of their solo lyrics and even in the Beautiful Eulogy stuff, it's very deep and not surfacey. Like I've always, I think for at least since high school or even maybe junior high, I liked rap and hip hop and stuff. It was never like my favorite, but I always did enjoy it. But a lot of like the late 90s, early 2000s Christian hip hop rap scene, a lot of it was very kind of cheesy and just didn't hook you as much as it could, or it was either made for like K-Love or like to play on these, popular radio stations, have enough like rap in it that it could attract some, but still, friendly radio play for the CCM crowd or whatever. And there's a place for that, sure. But like when I heard, King Culture and then definitely was into Native Lung, and then hearing Thomas's stuff, just what they did with lyrics and the way they could craft sentences and ideas and it was just incredible what they could do with those. And so that's what drew me in. And then, your production. And I think we're talking with Braille, and we'll get into production, all that, but collaboration of music and everything at the start took more of a collaborative effort. And then by the end, it was mostly you for like Worthy and stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, I mean, my whole vision with moving to Portland was, I was on the trajectory to just be like an instrumental artist. Like that was what I wanted to do. Because I was totally down to like produce like some hip hop tracks and stuff. But my passion at the time was like a beat scene that was happening in LA. That was very experimental. And that was kind of like what I saw myself doing. And so that's what I planned on doing. That's like my first project called Precipitation was like really just a collection of beats and stuff at the time. But I was in this like Red Bull beat battle that happened, that I ended up going to like national finals for in Chicago. And got to the semifinals, and that's when that project came out. Are
you talking about Red Bull like energy drink jump from space?
Yeah,
do 30 backflips off a 10-story ramp?
Yep. And
so you just got jacked on energy drinks and then started making beats?
I didn't. I mean, they definitely sent me some Red Bulls, and I didn't drink them much. I didn't drink them very much, but yeah, no, that, I mean, and this story kind of ties in with the movie that we'll get to talking about later.
Okay.
Strangely enough, again, it's just one of these like things, this kind of cyclical relationship stuff, but. So anyway, so my aim was to be like just doing production stuff, instrumental music, and then again, it was kind of that like when me and Thomas started building that concept of making music together, and then Brian being like, "Oh, let me join," and then I think when we first started working on Satellite Kite, it was very, like, well, what do we want to do? And it was kind of figuring out what our sound was, what the process was for us. And because Thomas definitely had some production abilities. Brian, not so much at the time. He just started kind of getting into the mixing elements of things. But still, like, he's been making hip hop music since he was 16. So he was like very proficient in everything. And so I think for us in that first record, like a lot of it was made in this like we had this like triangular studio, and it was like super small and kind of grimy, you know. We just had like very little equipment. And it was just, I don't know, and I think it was something about like, I was super influenced by this move that I had made 2 years or a year before to Portland, and the kind of, you know, the landscape that came with it, the kind of style of the people, and it's a very like mellow city in a lot of ways, very like slow moving. And then it rains, you know, and then you have so much greenery. And so I was like super influenced by all that. That was, you know, a new experience for me. So a lot of it was like bringing in those textures and trying to make it feel like the city, you know? And at the time, folk music was, you know, pretty big with Bon Iver, and stuff like that. And so I was taking those influences. So it was kind of like this, it became this culmination of like, of style blending, you know, with my influences of like this experimental instrumental stuff that was happening in LA with like Flying Lotus and Sam I Am and this whole Brain Feeder crew, as well as like my underground hip hop background and boom bap kind of beats. And that's where, you know, Thomas and Brian have kind of came from. And then this like folk, natural, organic elements that of musicianship, which, you know, we couldn't play. I can't play anything classically. They couldn't play anything. So it's done in a very like, let me pick something up and slap it around and see what comes out sort of vibe, but also like intentionally trying to make it emotional, you know? And so, and also the textural elements of rain and utilizing kind of more Foley recordings and stuff as percussion. So we would literally just like pick stuff up off of our desk and like hit it around. And our track Beautiful Eulogy was literally, I was about to go on a tour in Europe, and we had been working on the album, and I went to Europe to just play like instrumental music. And it was like, we had a whole day session and we knew we needed to get like one more track, and we had this kind of vision of like making a song that was like representative of what our name was as Beautiful Eulogy. And so we went out and we got dinner and stuff, and we're just like chatting about that. And I think we just came back, and like my instinct was just, we had this, our friend of ours like gave us this old piano that was super rickety, and we just had it like right outside of our like little studio. And I for some reason I just sat at the piano and I just started playing around with it. And you know, I'm not classically trained at all. I literally have learned to play stuff just over the course of time by ear. And that was a very like raw time, especially like kind of making my first what felt like real record. And yeah, just kind of playing these keys that started, that felt right, like emotionally at the time. And Thomas, as I'm sitting there, is just like grabbing microphones and setting them up and like just starts recording. And I don't even really know that he's doing that. And then once we got like a chord structure down initially, then we just kept moving. We just kept on recording. And then I think I saw like a guitar pick that was sat on the piano, and I just grabbed it and I saw the strings, and I just put the sustain pedal on and just started plucking the strings. And that's, and then we're like, oh, this is sounding good. Let's add some percussion. And then we're like, well, let's just bang on the piano. And so that's literally what we just mic'd up the piano again. We're just like, and just like making a rhythm out of this rickety old piano, like case, you know? Wow. And that ended up becoming, you know, a song that felt like really important for especially that record, but I think even in the totality of kind of our discography. So
I think man. Yeah, I think
that's kind of the process with like a lot of the stuff, you know. It was just like, it was collaborative for sure, especially in that front part of it. So
yeah, I think as much as, you know, the lyrical side grabbed me, there was this like you said, this texture to some of the beats and some of the layering of the music and the instruments and non-instruments that grabbed me as well. Because I was, when did this one come out? 2011, 2012.
12, I think. Yeah.
I had just been doing Foley stuff for a little over a year, and kind of learning all that. So there was those elements, and especially as we get more into in all the albums actually, but yeah, there was just all aspects. I was like, oh, dude, this stuff is so different and so good, and these guys are so talented, and I think I agree with everything they're saying, and they're making me think about stuff that I've never really thought about in those ways, and it was just, yeah, I mean, Beautiful Eulogy is definitely something super special musically to me growing up. Listen to that. My wife loves it. I think I texted you after we'd been friends for a little bit, but in 2013, we saw your guys' show in, I think it might have been like Pomona or something at like this church, and you guys had like the Edison light bulbs going or whatever. And my wife is like 6 months pregnant. We're like, is this okay for the baby? Like, because it was so loud.
There's a lot of bass frequency for a newborn.
Oh yeah, we're like, I'm pretty sure that baby's pretty insulated in there, but who knows, That's really
funny.
Cool. So going only a little bit more about Beautiful Eulogy. It started as this record label. Thomas and Brian started it. Was there any other members to starting that label, or was it just them?
No, just them. Yeah.
Okay. And then, it seemed like it kind of changed or grew into more than just a label. It was kind of like this collective of artists and different things. And then you guys were doing, did you guys create the Canvas thing, or was that part of something that you guys partnered with, or?
Yeah, no, that was all Thomas, his kind of like, brainchild in a lot of ways. Okay. Yeah. And I would say, that was kind of the start of things moving from strictly like musical, and then he was very much wanting it to feel more like a ministry, and and that was kind of that like breakout for that potential. And I think for me, for Tony, for at the time too, a video guy that we had, Ashton Trujillo, we're just like, we just want to be creative, so like whatever we can do to help facilitate the creative stuff with that, like, cool. I'm not a conference guy at all, dude. I hate them. So, for me, it was just kind of like, all right, yeah. You want to do that? Let's figure out some cool ways to make it feel cool for us, I guess, and like meaningful. And that's when we started like putting together these, I don't know, it wasn't the first year, but maybe the second year, these little like film vignettes and stuff, and did some scoring for those, and
the Canvas thing, was there like workshops and stuff too? Because the only thing I ever went to was the show that you invited us to.
I'm pretty sure there was some workshops and breakout sessions and stuff like that. And I think especially in that one in California,
it was at a pretty big church. Was it like Calvary? Was it Chuck's church?
It was Calvary, I think.
Calvary. Where did Chuck Smith? You guys know? No? Anyway, okay. Anyway.
I don't remember.
Cool. Dude, I just remember that show. I mean, it was everybody from Humble Beast on there, like Prop and Show, you guys. I don't know if Citizens was there yet, but like Grey Havens was there. And
was Ghost Ship there at that one?
Yeah, Ghost Ship.
Okay.
Yeah. Grey Havens, Ghost Ship. Yeah, Ghost Ship. Antoine Bradford.
Yeah.
Anyway, great show. That was I met Prop, and obviously met you in person for the first time then. I didn't have the courage to go up to Brian or Thomas when I saw him like walking around. I was like, I'll catch him later or something. Little did I know. Yeah. Probably the last show that I would have seen of you guys.
That was kind of the last hurrah, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of the merch guy, you guys did have a show in the Bay Area. It must have been like 2019, because I think shortly after that it was in COVID, and then it was the Worthy tour, I think. And I had done like merch stuff for Citizens, just going to their show and sitting at the booth during the whatever and selling T-shirts or whatever. And you guys had put a call out. And I was like, I'll do it, sure. I can't remember who it was, but I ended up not going because like at the ranch they were playing some stupid movie, and then I've always regretted like not going to the show and seeing some stupid movie or whatever.
Yeah,
because that was then your guys' like for real last tour or whatever.
Yeah.
I was super bummed, still bummed. But
Yeah, I mean,
anyway, that's cool. So Humble Beast now kind of done, or is it still going a little bit? You're not part of it anymore. Beautiful Eulogy's not. It's kind of.
I don't know, dude.
Like, because Brian became a pastor, Thomas was a pastor, and that kind of took, forefront.
Yeah. I'm definitely not associated with it anymore. Okay. Just by way of, I don't know what it's doing. They might have a website up still and with my name on it.
It's barely up.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah. I was like, half the links don't work.
Yeah.
Like
which
all the stuff
sounds about right.
Years and years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a Humble Beast sweatshirt years ago, and I still wear it, and I get more compliments on that sweatshirt. Just black says Humble Beast on it. Everybody's like, I love your sweatshirt. I'm like, cool, sweet. And
not because
like,
they know what it is, just because the name. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's like a record label and whatever. And they're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get a T-shirt and I wanted to get a stuff, and I can't. It's not. So you got boxes somewhere, that kind of stuff, or who do I talk to?
Not me, dude. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, bro. Like there probably is some boxes somewhere, but they're probably at some church or something. You know,
Moths.
Yeah, bro.
Forgotten about in the closet. Yeah.
One day worth millions.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, man. I think it was that. That kind of turning point with all the conference stuff, and like, dude, really, it's the best thing we did was make music. And I do feel like I wish we had just stuck to that, in a lot of ways, or at least, just kind of like realize like, dude, we had some amazing opportunities to just make some sick music, and I, even for myself, I like wish I took advantage of it even more, during the time. Yeah. Dude, I think we like had definitely had like an era of being able to get some like rad artists together. Streaming stuff wasn't out at that time, you know? And so everything was like, felt really possible to like, I mean, we had a small audience in the grand scheme of things, but we could, we survived, by God's grace and by physical record sales or, touring or whatever. And that was definitely possible at the time to be like a really small, record label, just making some good music and we were giving it away for free. That was that was the biggest part of it too.
That was huge. How I even tried a lot of those bands.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I'm like, man, great idea on the start, but like we probably should have cut it off at one point, and like, cause I think, this is something me and my wife talk about all the time. And it's just like, bro, like we definitely gained an audience and some listeners on the front end of that, but it then practically became really hard to continue making music because we weren't getting money for all these downloads that were happening. And so we're reliant on like, money to produce physical goods or, get on the road. And at the time I didn't have a family, but Thomas sure did. And Brian sure did. And that was hard,
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just stuff in hindsight. Like you see it and you're like, man, like that was a great idea. But like, we could have literally just said, okay, guys, we're only doing it up till this point, and then we're selling the record. Yeah. And nobody would have batted an eye at that. I don't think, they would have been happy to support. And that honestly would have helped us so much, like to continue making stuff and doing things even bigger and better. But it is what it is. Like it happened. So.
Okay. Before we get into the next topic, because I think this kind of leads into that, you're kind of tapering down from Beautiful Eulogy. And the question will be, is this when you kind of went full force into going Nova Nimbus type thing and really producing that? I mean, that's when Glass Cloak came out 2019. You get back into your instrumental stuff. But before you answer, I want to pour a sample. So if you guys can grab sample M, as in...
I need another Glencairn. Hold on.
Monkey. Go ahead and pour that bad boy.
What are you sipping on right now? Or can
this
you
is
tell
my
us?
This is Cooper's Craft.
Oh, nice.
This is my warm up pour.
Jared got us in on that stuff.
Cooper's Craft is good
bro.
stuff,
It's
dude.
legit. It's so good.
The fact that I can only get it from my buddy in Tennessee and he has to like fly it out to me.
Are you serious? Is it that
Yeah.
hard to get?
It's not in California.
Yeah, so it's only regional.
Whoa.
It's like, Brown Foreman started that label when they sold Early Times.
Early times.
So like it's only regional and they don't make it every year. So when they release, it's only in like Tennessee, Kentucky, Colorado.
Wow.
So yeah.
I'm probably buying old stockpiles of it in Oregon.
Oh, dang.
So
Oh, you have it in Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh.
A liquor store must have had a homie hookup somewhere.
I mean, you can look. Literally, there's a website for looking up stocks of every product that exists in the liquor stores here, because it's all state controlled.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, there's thousands of bottles of Cooper's Craft
Dang.
in the state of Oregon that are like $34. It's all MSRP here.
You
So
got that the 100 proof barrel strength?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's
Oh, it's
good
legit,
juice.
bro. Yeah, I mean, and it tastes. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing this is just boosted up Early Times. You know, it's like maybe I think I toured Old Forester, and I think they showed like the one of their barrels where they do this like cutting into it or something like that, and I think that's what the cooperage for this was for that. So
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they did that. Maybe I did, and I forgot.
Yeah, they groove the staves and before they char them.
Okay.
let me slam this real quick.
Do it. Oh, there you go.
You might, if you don't have another Glen, we're going to be sampling both of the samples eventually together. So you might want to grab a second if you don't have
Should
one.
I just grab that now?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll put in like sweet
BRB.
intro technical difficulty music real quick.
Oh, let's throw in one of his beats.
Oh, yeah. That'd be dope. Okay, now that he's gone. No, just kidding.
Dude, he's got them wireless headphones. You better watch out.
Oh, I thought he was just playing with a cable.
No, he was. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Everybody's recording, right?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask you guys.
Were we supposed to do that?
My name's Jared. Ay.
You can't be Jared. I know for a fact you're not Jared.
My name's Rod.
I like to party.
I know for a fact you don't party. Dude, it's still so hot here.
Blake, have we had these?
I don't know. Do a little housekeeping.
You sit.
Jared, we need a clip of Blake brushing his beard.
Oh, dude, we're going to have it.
Just
Dude, a fly just landed in here. Get out.
Hey, Blake.
Yeah.
You sit on a throne of lies.
What are you talking about? You smell of meat and cheese. Do you think you've had this, Jared?
I don't know.
How much
We
did I give
did.
you? Did
Wait,
I give you a
which-
healthy amount?
Hold on.
Did you pour the wrong one, Chris?
Which one are we supposed to pour?
M.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going non-alphabetical. It's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, this freaking fly, man. Right now. Come on, we have a guest.
You seen that Breaking Bad episode called The Fly?
I've seen them all, but do I remember them?
It's the only one
I
about
do
a
remember
fly.
that one. Yeah.
It's the whole thing. Whatever his name is, trying to get it out of the,
Oh, I splashed it on myself.
Walt.
Is it Walt or was it the other
Pinkman?
no, the sniveling guy, not the main character, but the I don't know. He was in Suits as an idiot kind of.
Courtland.
Yo.
He's getting us on. Jared's
Hold
getting
on.
us on target.
I'm getting us back on track, but also I'm just going to talk to you real quick. Hold on. Just you and me, okay?
Hey,
Did Blake tell you what these samples are?
No.
no,
Legit.
Okay, but they're not here right now. You can tell me.
I pulled a switcheroo. I sent
No,
them to his
legit.
parents, and I said, "Hey, switch these around, and then send them."
He told me. He asked. He was like, dude, what should we do? And I'm like, surprise me, bro. I want the full experience.
Yeah, tight.
All
We'd
right.
love that. We'd love that.
What are you guys? What are you guys nosing? You guys poured it. This is M. Everybody's poured M, as in Michters.
Yes.
M is in
Ooh,
Manson.
there you go. Yes, sample M.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took a
Something
long
like that.
journey to get here. You know?
Yeah, dude. Just set
You
it
know-
around. We wanted to age it in the air. It's a new
Yeah,
technique.
exactly.
You know,
Little-
this,
little
is a
glass
lot,
FedEx
aged.
aging.
Jefferson's air.
Yeah.
this is a lot lighter than I expect from you, Blake.
Oh. Okay.
Just on
I
the
mean-
nose alone.
My first note for me is limestone. It's like wet
Okay.
concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm getting a peachy concreteness.
Oh, you know what, guys? You would be proud of me today.
Did you taste
It-
burnt popcorn?
No, but I did eat my first fig.
Like ever?
Like like ever. It was really weird.
Okay.
Was
I'm
it
just-
good? Did you like it?
It was weird. We'll say that.
Was
Yeah,
it
they're
inside
kinda-
of a Newton?
No. It did make me think of Fig Newtons, like jelly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the outside was like super earthy and bitter.
Hmm.
And I was eating them. One of my coworkers brought a little container in. He's like,
Yeah.
"You never had one? You have to try one. They're so sweet. They're like nature's candy." And I ate it, and I was like, "Yeah, if nature's candy was bitter." And he's like, "They're not bitter." I was
Okay.
like, "You eat that
I
fig skin."
I heard something the other day. I don't remember what it was, but somebody was saying, like back in Bible times, the apple in the garden was most likely probably a fig because apples weren't around back then.
So we shouldn't be eating them at all.
Friggin' women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I might get a little fig on that. You smelled
Okay.
anything fun, Courtland?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm terrible with
Dude.
notes.
We just
We
make
are
up
too.
stuff.
We just say, I mean, sometimes it's like, yeah, it smells like grandpa's couch.
Um,
I'm not used to having a beard, and I feel like my mustache is getting in the way.
of your smells.
Yeah, dude. It's all off. I smell sandalwood because I put on beard oil.
Oh,
no.
dude, yeah.
You're
Don't do
getting
that.
on me about lighting a candle, but you're putting the scent right under your nose.
Dude, this morning I put it on. Now I'm smelling it again.
Okay, calm down. We have guests.
I'm getting a little like maple syrup.
Oh. Okay.
There is a sweetness.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And now that you say that and peach, I can kind of get like a peachy maple thing.
Oh, dude, put that in like a little bourbon. You got like a nice peach maple old fashioned.
Yeah, there's definitely a top note for sure. That feels brighter, fruity,
Okay. Yeah, something fruity, something orange.
maybe a little herbal too, slightly.
Or like some
Yeah,
tea.
I was going along the line of like almost like orange bitters.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some Fee Brothers.
Okay.
I totally
Yeah.
get that.
It's got a real good nose on it. It's very sweet, very almost confectionery.
Yeah, orangey. Dang, and now I'm like, it's always the color too. I'm like, yeah, it looks orange.
Yeah, or amber, orange, slight dehydration.
Smells like bourbon.
But you know what? This one has decent legs.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
oily.
Yeah.
it is for sure.
Uh-huh. Some stuff up in there. You guys want to take a little, so we got to save some of this because I want to compare the two. So maybe save about half as we're kind of talking and
They're
and that kind of junk.
related.
Is there
No,
like
we're comparing.
a clove or a black licorice hint in there a little bit?
Whew.
No.
We taking sips?
We can. I was trying to taste or
I'll
smell
wait.
this clovey thing.
Yeah.
You know,
or cinnamon?
yeah, Courtland,
Maybe.
usually one of us just jumps the gun anyway. So if you go for it, we'll all go for it, bud.
Sweet.
Yeah, we can go in. We can go in.
All right.
I'm gonna make an early prediction. I think it's possibly early times,
Mm.
but just based on the nose, I feel like it feels familiar.
Early times is usually a little more nutty.
Maybe it's Blue Top, small bottle.
I mean that tastes about 100 proof. What do you guys think?
You try it, Grace?
I did.
You hate its guts?
No, it's delicious.
Oh.
But I'm such a big fan of early times.
You can't
And I'm
get
trying to decide if I think this is it or not.
Yeah, I think Courtland's throwing us off, dude.
That's what I came to do, bro. Play mind games.
Yeah, dude. Super sus.
I don't think it's early time.
I don't think it's early times.
You said you guessed that just on the nose. Have you tasted it yet? And now what do you think?
I have tasted it. I mean, it feels about 100 proof to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. It does have like a little bit of a lingering spice, though.
That's true.
Yeah, it does. Mine kind of had like a hit of spice and then it tapered, but it's still kind of living there.
Yeah.
It's got a little more meat on there.
I think it's too sweet to be early times. That's what I'm feeling.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Maybe a little more age too than early times would have. Because that's probably, my guess is about a 4-year.
Okay.
Is early times bottle and bond, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless it's early times whiskey, which is not.
That old 86 proofer orange yellow
dude,
bottle or whatever.
The
Plastic liter.
bright yellow liquid.
Yeah. I have not tried that. Okay.
It's
Nova
good.
Nimbus.
Yeah.
When did that come about? Was I kind of a little around the right time towards the end of a Beautiful Eulogy, or were you and Tony just kind of doing that for a while and then you put a name to it, or?
Yeah, no, it all happened by way of basically Humble Beast was like, hey guys, we got to shut down the studio. So,
Oh, dang.
yeah, because we were all officing out of this like warehouse that we converted into like a studio and stuff. And I think bills just got too high and the money wasn't there. And so I was on vacation in Mexico when I found out about it. So that was that was sweet. It was really cool.
We're having a great time.
Yeah, just made my vacation amazing. Yeah.
At that time, was staff pretty big, or was it still like the three of you guys?
It was bigger than just the three of us. You know, it was Anthony as a creative director. Ashton was doing video work for us like full time. We had a like kind of a assistant or kind of like an office manager, project manager guy. And maybe somebody else, you know, I can't remember. And then Brian and Thomas and myself, which I didn't have a salary. The only thing I lived off of was the tiny bit of royalties I got in touring. So, and I think that was the same for Brian and Thomas as well. So it was, you know, the staff salaries were minimal, you know, and they were getting paid like next to nothing, you know, for the type of work that they were producing. But it was just the reality of the situation. And I think, you know, it was just, we probably didn't need the type of office space that, you know, facilitated that and the type of bills. And we could have totally, you know, kind of toned it down in a lot of ways, but that wasn't, you know, my decision. So, and so my thing is like, I was very much involved in a lot of the stuff going on, but like ultimately I didn't have a say in the operational aspect of things. You know, I just kind of played my part. That was what I did through the full, you know, 8 years I was with them, was just kind of like whatever I could do, I did, you know, and helped out. And from the very beginning, you know, in our old studio spaces and stuff, like we were fulfilling merch, we were doing everything, you know. I was shooting music videos, I was editing, and, you know, it was like all encompassing.
Right.
It was not just, let me just make beats. It was like, no, we had to do everything, you know. And a lot of times it was for not just us, but it was like for these other artists that we're also working on stuff with. And so, anyways, so Nova Nimbus, by way of that happening, you know, the studio and not having a kind of a place to be anymore, that's what me and Anthony, and originally it was Ashton as well, were like, let's do a studio together. Let's just like offer our, you know, creative services to like clientele,
Yeah.
build some relationships and just kind of go for it. So, and when we, you know, like for us, it was like super fun to kind of start something like that. I think we're like such big into like story. And so we didn't want to just like put together a name that felt like kind of cool or whatever, or just, you know, random stuff. We like really thought through it and like, and we built this whole story around the name of our company. And it's like, you know, became this whole thing that we've written a whole, and we don't have it publicly released, but like we have like somewhat of a script written for really the basis of the story that exists for the company. And
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That's
it's
all
just
the
like,
character prints you guys have, because the two main characters, the guy and the girl.
Yeah. So that's a part of it, and that, you know, that's stuff that we've kind of slowly dripped out. I think, you know, if we had all the money in the world and the ability, we would have a full on like 90s style anime show that would be built, you know, around this whole story. That's kind of what we've conceptualized, and we love it. I mean, that's like what me and Anthony have done since we became friends. You know, I remember, you know, I used to have this condo that had a rooftop, and like we would just sit up there and we would just talk about ideas and stories for hours, you know, and like just go down the rabbit hole. And so that's a lot of our relationship and just our joy and our passion and like being, you know, kind of creative people and seeing it fleshed out in whatever capacity we can, you know, and limitations exist for us, you know, beyond what we're actually capable of doing. But if we could, you know, we would go ballistic.
Does he kind of do the visual side and you're more audio side, or do you both do a little of everything?
Yeah. So that was the thing. Like originally we were like, hey, let's start a creative studio, and Ashton was kind of the bridge for us. You know, he having like a visual, you know, like film. It was kind of what he was aiming to do, was like, let me offer my services with doing video work. And that's what bridged the stuff that we did at Humble Beast and everything.
Okay.
He eventually got to a point during the process of starting the business that he was just like, nah, I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm gonna dip out. And it was kind of a struggle for me at the time. I was like, dude, like, well, what are we gonna just have like Illustrator and Music Maker? Like, what? I don't understand this company at all, you know? And it kind of existed that way for a while, where we were just like, okay, well, let's just run with it. And we kind of operated on these separate islands in a lot of ways. You know, we had a shared office space, but most of the work that I got was my work, and most of the work that Tony got was his work. And we, you know, would kind of come alongside each other, give each other thoughts and opinions on the work that we did, but not much of it was collaborative, which is ultimately what we wanted to do. It was just by way of that kind of like missing link, you know, for the business that, you know, just kind of didn't allow it to continue to be that which we thought of initially. And so we just kind of had to morph and you know, do whatever we had to do to just kind of see this thing through. But I think a lot of it, you know, like us starting a store and like getting prints out, and that kind of like made sense for us in a lot of ways, and kind of working together. And we did have a few projects. Like Tony ended up illustrating a book that then I did the audio book for. And that was an insane project. It was like, I think I scored 3 hours of original music for it.
Holy cow.
Is that the emblems?
Yeah. Emblems of the Infinite King.
Yeah. So incredible.
It was insane. So really cool. And that was a Crossway release.
Looking at your guys' website, it's just, you scroll and so much of it, at least on the site, is visual. But it's such an iconic look to everything that y'all have done. And
I mean, we're like sci-fi nerds, you know, and so it obviously
so cool.
Comes out in the kind of whole aesthetic, and and we love, you know, anime, and specifically like, you know, 2D animation from the 90s and the 80s even. So it's like those were huge influences for us. And man, I mean, we could go down a whole thing with that.
So how did you guys go from? I mean, you had Humble Beast, and that was awesome, and then you guys just started this thing, and you were able to get like, I mean, huge clients. Like, how did that all develop? Into that?
Well, so Red Bull was one of those relationships that I built through that big, through doing that big tune, and I met the creative director. Because they shot a whole like kind of show series on that beat battle. And I met the like producer of that. His name was Nick Shrunk, and he ended up becoming the creative director at Red Bull Media House, which is like kind of their main hub in Santa Monica that produces a lot of their stuff. And so, so he sent me. It was just like at that point, it was just like reach out to the contacts that we know, and so I did some stuff for Red Bull. And there were some other, companies, I think that just, we ended up growing through relationships. Adidas was one of them that we had through a mutual friend of ours who worked for Adidas for a long time. And then he was doing some work with another creative studio that needed some stuff. And so they, reached out to us, and
wow.
And then obviously the Knives Out thing was insane, and then eventually, I think it was actually through the Canvas conference too. There was this other guy named Nolan who worked at Cartoon Network, and he was somebody that we met through that kind of network of people. And he's, I believe, an art director or creative director or something like that was at Cartoon Network. And so Tony ended up getting involved with, talking a lot with him, and kind of went down this path of animation, like background painting, which is not something, he had done before, but was totally capable of doing it. And I want to say his first show he got hired for was Ben 10, I want to say. I could be wrong about that, but that was I don't know if you guys are familiar with that show, but it's a cartoon.
My son loves that show.
Yeah, cool. And so he started, doing that sort of work. And then I think he really kind of found his footing with that sort of work. And it became, really his desire to just like, let me do background paintings. It's animation. It's like, it ultimately is like what we both would obviously love to do, but for him especially, work in the animation industry. And so, but being an illustrator, that gave him that kind of like footing to go down that path. So super dope, man. And that's what he's, even doing now. So, but it's just cool. Like, it's show to show sort of process. Sure. It's not like you're on with this one production company. It's like, oh, you're on for a season of this show, and then hopefully it gets picked up again, and some of them don't, and then you're like having to find the next project. So for him, that's been a thing that he's trying to figure out. And for me, it was the musical scoring and stuff. That was something I definitely discovered through the projects that we did at Humble Beast. I think the first score to picture I did was I think we got hired out by Desiring God was had
that Tim Keller
hired us to do this project for the anniversary of Roe versus Wade. And we can kind of conceptualize this whole, like driving in a car, and we had Jackie Hill Perry and Propaganda and Show Baraka doing like these spoken word pieces, as we're in this like, 1960s Seville or whatever it was, that had the suicide doors and stuff. It was crazy. And we filmed it, and then I scored the piece to that. And that was my first experience doing a scored picture. And that was like, it was like really a kind of an aha moment for me. Cause like, I grew up like loving movies, like my dad's is actually a live action director. My great grandfather he worked for Hanna-Barbera. He was like a director and animator.
Oh, damn.
And like worked on the Super Friends and Flintstones and all that crazy stuff.
This before?
Dude, that's awesome. The real OG.
Yeah, real OG, bro.
That's crazy.
Dude, I have rules.
So many,
and so it's like and I remember as a kid, like I was on like commercial sets with my dad and helping out whatever I could,
that's awesome.
And so, and then just by way of, his passions and then the type of work he was into, like, I remember watching Blade Runner super early as a kid, like the OG, Ridley Scott, like one, and I think my parents said my first movie experience was Total Recall. So I don't know if that's the best parenting ever.
They tried their best, but I'm sure.
Yeah, but it like that was kind of my upbringing. Was movies were huge for me. And I remember like our house was like the house where my dad had a list of, like actually like alphabetically printed a list of all of our collection. And we would just be sifting through it for hours trying to pick stuff with our friends. But anyway, so I think it was like once I did that project, it kind of like all clicked for me, like kind of taking this music path. And then those passions kind of like coalescing. But yeah, I felt like, almost too little, too late in a lot of ways too, not necessarily, but it's, for me, it's like I spent so much of that time in like production, but, for hip hop and experimental music. But, so I think, that was kind of what started me down that path of like wanting to get more clients and do specifically score work. Yeah. And it was slow, but we were building the business like year after year. And it felt like, okay, things are progressing. We're kind of building this out. And then COVID hit, and then it was like, and I had my first son on January of 2020. So I was a new father, and then like COVID hit. And then like all my work was gone, and I just kind of was like, I honestly, it was just, I don't even know how me and my wife survived that year. It was insane. I made like nothing,
Yeah.
But like the Lord provided for us and carried us through it. So yeah, that was kind of the start to what felt like maybe a reimagining of what my life was going to kind of be like for, maybe the foreseeable future. And a big part of that was just like, dude, I honestly, I tell my friends this all the time. Like I had this window of time where I did music full time, and I toured all over the country and some internationally. And like, I like look at those points of my life and I'm just so thankful for it. And like, and then what became like my biggest priority was like taking care of my family. And I'm like, I want to be there for them more than anything. Yeah. As I'm sure you guys all feel that same thing, right? And so
on most days.
Yeah. And like, I have some friends that, and there's nothing wrong with it. And they're very much like career driven. And I don't know, maybe it's just like, because I kind of went through that time in my life, I just don't have those same feelings anymore, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. My family matters more than anything to me. So it's like, yeah, whatever it takes, to like take care of them. Obviously, I'm not going to like be neglectful of my responsibilities or anything like that. But that sort of life, and even going down the path of like, scoring full time it's too much for me. I mean, I did this movie. And it was hard, man, because like I have a full-time job and I did this movie score, and it really kind of took a lot, Yeah. And it kind of helped me understand, like, okay, yeah, like that is fun, and if I had that to just be doing all the time, if that was like my full-time thing, then doing that sort of work makes sense.
Sure,
but it's just not where I'm at in life now. And like, I don't want to like be grabbing for like the next project. Cause a big part of it, what I think I struggle with too, is just like, is getting the work and like selling myself. I'm not good at that. Once I have the job, I kill it. I know I can do a good job, but I'm like, that getting of the work is the hardest part. And I'm just not built for it. So
is Nova Nimbus your full-time job, or do you have another job?
No, yeah, I have another job. Okay. So I work for Western Seminary. I'm the creative director of video there. Okay. So, so video work kind of became my thing. And that was by way of, 2020 when that hit, like I just needed something like something stable.
Yeah.
And my wife worked at Western for 13 years and she was just on her way out because of us having a kid. And it was kind of one of those things. I was like, maybe what if I just took your old job, you know? And so we reached out to a new guy that was coming into the role, of the boss that she was working for. And then, yeah, it ended up working out like where I got that job. And
that's crazy.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
So video production work, like, are you behind the camera? Are you directing?
So I basically am doing everything when it comes to video work for them. They don't have anybody else. There's no team. It's just like literally me.
Is it for like classroom type stuff that they're putting up online, or promotional work, or everything?
It's both now. So
everything.
I film and edit all of their online courses. And I now produce all of their marketing material as well. So
what are you shooting on?
Blackmagic 6Ks.
Okay. Ursas?
Yeah. No Ursas, just pockets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We have a studio set up for online courses, like 3 cinema 6K full frames, and then another studio that's like kind of built for like more of an, kind of more of conversational place,
more natural environment,
and that's another set of 3 6K cameras. And
editing in Resolve.
Resolve.
Yeah.
Running it all through ATEM switchers. Yeah, and then
that's what we're all running right now.
Yeah, I mean that's what I got going right now, and yeah, I've got some Leica R vintage lenses and
nice.
Got them cine mounted and all that stuff. So
wow,
that's cool.
Yeah, dude.
So when we come up for the next interview, you say you already have a studio for us ready to go.
Sure. Yeah.
To go bourbon hunting in Portland. Heck yeah.
But yeah, man. So and I think that that also happened by way of me, by way of my dad and like being on sets and stuff. And I mean, even when I was a student, like I loved just filming stuff. Like we would shoot little silly, mini films or whatever you want to call them. And I did like I think like a documentary for my school, and they were like in love with it, and I got like a crazy amount of credits. I remember that year that I could have just graduated with all the credits that they gave me for doing that project and stuff.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's like that kind of stuff is always, and then through Humble Beast, and like that became a thing too, where I was directing music videos, and so video has also just always kind of been a part of my life, and it's fun, it's just a weird. I live in a weird place now where I'm constantly like, what's my life going to look like? I have no idea. I'm really open to other opportunities at any point that might come up. All I know is I want to, like, I'm just a creative guy. Like, I just want to exercise whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I hopefully want it tied to like, hopefully, promoting the gospel. I think has just become another thing for me that's kind of resonated in the type of work I want to do. That's been my whole life, and through music, and now through video work at Western, and the type of work that they do there. And we'll see what happens with the future, but that's what it is now. So
it's really cool to kind of hear this story, because there's similarities in my life of different places and seasons of, hey, I'm here and now it's gone, and now I'm here and now that's gone, and now I'm here and what am I doing? And so often I imagine we're similar-ish in age. Maybe you're closer to Grayson or something, but
I'm 37.
Okay.
Almost 38. I'll be 38 in September.
Okay.
I'm 38.
Yeah. Jared and I just turned 40. But so many people of our generation at around this time, or maybe right around COVID time, or the time when somebody lost us something or whatever, there's that whole potential deconstruction or whatever. So it is very encouraging. It's very cool to hear that you're still sticking with it, and you choose to see those moments of like, oh gosh, what are we going to do? You see those as growing moments, as God's got you, keeping the faith and leaning in instead of leaning away. And that's really cool and encouraging to hear that part of your story.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
As we get into this next, I think we're fully into, we can start talking about, White Lightning and the music stuff. I want to pour this next sample. So if you will, grab
Dude,
your...
this fly. I'm sorry I'm swinging. I just got it though.
Dude, I saw you like flinging around. I'm like, oh, dude, that fly.
It's like a dying one. So it's like super slow flying and like trying to land in my mouth.
He's been sipping on some of your samples.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, meat group.
Ooh, this looks immediately darker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, holy cow, yeah. That's a little dark boy right there.
Fly's dead.
And as we're smelling and sampling on this,
this is M, right?
Shut your mouth.
Just kidding.
I want to ask, like, so news to me is the Western stuff, but are you still doing music for yourself? I know this last little bit's been working on White Lightning, but are we going to see not a Glass Cloak Volume 2, but is there a trio in that album release?
Yeah. Oh, why not a Glass Cloak Volume 2? Glass Cloak's great.
Well, I mean, he had Precipitation, then Glass Cloak, and then is there a trio in there somewhere?
Yeah. I mean, dude, surprisingly enough, like the movie score, I mean, so part of it too was like, practically my kids, I worked from home nearly full time. My wife works from home full time. We're raising 2 children at home. Mm-hmm. It became, and my whole studio setup is at home, and I'm
too
like,
much at home.
Oh, dude, I'm such a one-track minded person too. Yeah, and like to get into a creative space to exercise some music.
It's so hard.
It was impossible for me.
You can't.
And I've always felt pretty bad about that until I think I watched a John Williams documentary, and he talks about the same thing, that he was like, I had to leave, and he had, the resources or whatever to get it, had a studio space where he ended up, having to work out of it because he couldn't be around his children and work on music. And I was like, okay, well, John Williams feels that way, then I shouldn't feel too bad,
Yeah.
And it actually kind of made sense for me.
Him. Though.
What was that?
He had multi-millions dollars backing his studio that he could go to.
Yeah, a little place called The Ranch.
So
he could just run away to. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, And so it's, and I don't have that luxury. So it was like, I just kind of was like, you know what? That's just not the time for it right now, and let me just be here working, take care of my kids. But once me and my wife always talked, once they get in school, that'll be awesome, because my kids are, my oldest son is 6.5 and my youngest is turning 5 in August. And so this last year was the first time we had them in school, for the first time, where they were gone from, 8 to 2 or whatever. Yeah. And that was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. This is so nice, and dude, crazy enough, this project fell on my lap literally the day that they started school. That's crazy. And so it was kind of like, I felt like God was like, okay, dude, you've been waiting, and I'm going to give you something, and you're going to work on it, and I really felt like that project helped kind of rocket launch me back into music, that I hadn't really been active in for the last 5 years or whatever. And so it definitely shook off the cobwebs very quickly, and got me really back into wanting to make it again, dude. And so ever since I finished that project, bro, I've been way more inspired, cool. Just trying to work on stuff as much as I can. I'm still limited because it's not my full-time thing. Yeah. But I am stoked to make music again. And really, even now, it's even more so I don't want to make music for anybody else. I just want to make music for myself, and whether that, if it catches an audience or not, I don't really care. I just want to make it and exercise this thing that I felt like, God's given me for almost my whole life. I've been making music since I was 13, and so, I feel like, it's just it's always going to be a part of my life. And even having my kids now, being a lot more aware, it's so fun for them to even experience what that can be. And hopefully, if one of them wants to get into it, dude, they got every resource in the world to like to do it, you know, and like I can help them and whatever it is that they get into. But yeah, so for me, it has been a lot of fun to just be like, dude, just make something, you know, just have fun with it again. And that has not been a reality for me. Like, I feel like since I first started making music, you know, like it's always kind of had this aim and trajectory for something, or it's like it had to be produced for something in particular. And especially once it turned into like, you know, when I was doing score work and it's like, that was my job. I had to associate it with something else. And now is the first time where it's like, I don't have to associate with anything. I can literally just make whatever and experiment and like, have fun. So it's been really cool, man. I'm like, I just got actually like a Tascam 424 tape recorder, and I'm like, we're gonna start experimenting with like tape loops on cassette and like
that's cool.
That whole process and resampling stuff that I'm like sending out from my DAW and then bringing it into cassette and then resampling it and all that kind of stuff is just, you know, I'm like, why not? Cool. You know, let's just have fun. So
that was a huge reason we kind of wanted to start this, is like, we're kind of doing it anyway. We're talking all the time and music and movies and whiskey and all that stuff. We're like, it'd be really cool if this just shot off and popped off and we made billions in ads or whatever. But we all agreed like, hey, even if this goes nowhere, it's like, this is one of the best parts of my week is getting together with these knuckleheads and, you know, catching up and talking and sipping something new or fun or whatever, and trying to make sense of this whole life thing, you know? That's super cool.
What are you sipping? Is that the new one?
Is this the new one? Did you go for it?
I just put it in my mouth. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You going for it? You guys going for it?
Well, now I could be wrong. Could be way off.
Is that a stag?
That also, no, it's not hot enough for a stag.
It's not hot enough.
No, it's not hot enough, but it's a big one.
Now I'm like, this has got to be Brown Foreman, bro. This has got to be Brown Foreman.
It's definitely a step up from that first one.
Okay, what nose you guys getting on this new one?
When I first smelled it, there was like a big kind of like caramel brown sugar thing going.
That was brown sugar is what I was going to say.
But almost like a darkened, like deepened, like burnt, like brown butter kind of thing almost going.
Yeah.
But not like burnt to like anything bad, but you know.
Dude, like, this one's giving me a Jack single barrel vibe.
Yeah, if it was hotter, I would say for sure. Or I guess they do have the single barrels that are 100 proof too, though, huh?
No, this might be like 115, 120.
Yeah.
It's not super spicy, but that doesn't mean spice isn't always proof.
Yeah. When I was talking to Courtland about first, you know, coming on and trying to figure out what, and he hadn't had a bottle of Stag yet. I was like, okay, I'm going to find a bottle of Stag. I'm going to send it to him. We're going to have Stag on the thing. And then at one point he texted me that he found a bottle and we had already, you know, had Stag on or whatever. So definitely not Stag. So I'll let you guys know that.
Yeah. Dude, I'm always down for a Stag.
I know.
Oh, for sure.
You should have told them to Stag, bro.
I know. I would not have been mad at all.
I know. So how did you meet Mark, the director of White Lightning?
So Mark, he just reached out to me through an email and was just like,
cold turkey.
So that guy that I met at Red Bull Media House, Nick Shrunk, Mark used to work with him. I think he did some work with Red Bull, I want to say.
Okay.
And so they'd had a working relationship at one point, and he had reached out to him for any recommendations on a composer. Okay. And that's how he got my contact. So he just shot me an email and I was like, what? Wait. And I was like, you know, kind of off because I was like, you know, doing this work at Western and just was not ready for what, you know, something that I really had wanted to do my whole life was score a movie. Yeah. And so it was kind of like, what the heck, dude? This is insane. Yeah. Dude. So we ended up chatting and, you know, we talked for an hour, maybe 2 hours, you know, just on Zoom. And he just kind of got my vibe and was like, hey, well, we're talking with some other composers, so I'll let you know. I was like, sweet, dude. Well, either way, you know, great to have this opportunity, even just chat about, you know, a potential movie. And then it was on my birthday. I remember him calling me and he was like, "Hey dude, so we'd love for you to do this movie." And I was like, "Dude, are you serious? This is my birthday. This is crazy." And so, yeah, it was just kind of like, and me and my wife had to, really talk about it, because it was like, okay, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be a hard couple months, because it's like we have a lot going on, and my wife was amazing. There's no way I could have done it without her really holding down the fort, with our kids and stuff. I was just like, I had to just check out the whole 2 months essentially. And it was gnarly. But yeah, dude. So anyways, the movie, which I think you guys have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
White Lightning. Yeah. Is a documentary about, this track and field runner from, I think, the 90s, 99 or something like that. And when he was in high school, and Casey Combis is his name, and won the world record for 60-meter dash. And it's just a crazy story. It's like this dude who had this opportunity and like had super talented, and kind of like an unassuming guy in a lot of ways. And I mean, they say in the movie and stuff, like, this dude's like got the worst diet ever. He like slams Mountain Dew like it's water, and pizza every week,
pizza every day, dude.
Or every day. Yeah.
Pizza, Mountain Dew, and weed every day.
Yeah.
Wake and bake.
So it's like, and he's like crushing it on the track, and it's just insane. And I think the record is still held up today,
and so crazy.
And I have a friend who's Ben Barber. He's actually a track and field coach, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that dude's a legend." Like they know, like he's famous within the circle.
Yeah.
And so it's a wild story, and I think, and Mark was just like, "Dude, it's kind of a gritty movie, like we shot it like really kind of gritty, and
dude, it's perfect for what it is. I mean,
for sure,
shot so well.
Totally.
Dude, it looks great.
Yeah. They killed it, man. And I think he was like, so we imagine like him and Andy, or Andrew Gersh, who was the producer, were just like, we want this to match that grittiness. And we felt like, you have this hip hop background that really feels like that's what we want,
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this seems like kind of wild that you guys want an original score for a documentary. And they're like, it is wild, bro. Like nobody does that,
Yeah.
Usually it would just be, license out some songs and piece it together. But they were just like, dude, like, screw it. We're just going to do what other people say we shouldn't do, and kind of punk rock about it. And so it was really cool, man. Like, those dudes were rad to work with, and the fact that they trust me, and I was like, dude, this is my first, movie ever. And the fact that they trusted me with it was a real honor, I think I really took that to heart, and still, and didn't know a lot about the process, and learned a lot through it. And I think, it was just a wild time, bro. And I was excited to kind of feel out what the sound would kind of be, for the movie, and try to match the kind of the sense of the grittiness and the vibe. And
it turned out
it was a lot of fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you nailed that score.
Yeah, crushed it. I mean,
thank you,
all
guys.
the different sounds. It's very cinematic, and then that hip hop comes through. And it really fits the whole tone of his whole character, which is like hard. I have to imagine it's hard to match that character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also like not in a way that stood out, like in a bad way from the movie.
Yeah.
Like watching it, you just kind of, it all just feels natural.
Yeah.
Like the music fits the scenes.
Yeah.
And the whole thing. Yeah. I
That's
mean,
dope.
Also the variety of it all. It wasn't all hip hop.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of orchestra samples. There was some like acoustic folky stuff going on. Like, I really thought it was great.
Well, that's where I think when they heard my, my discography with a lot of the Beautiful Eulogy stuff, and it was like, oh, dude, like, yeah, you are the guy, because it's not just like hip hop beats.
Yeah.
Though we want that to be like the backbone, but like you have that ability to orchestrate like, you know, string pieces and segments and have this, you know, these other parts of the movie that we need to feel a certain way.
I got choked up a couple times.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
I remember, no spoilers, but the part where he's talking about his car and wanting to fix it up and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like that really beautiful guitar, just the strumming and the little plucks. And like, I was like, dude, this is the perfect vibe.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homie Andrew White. He came up with a guitar lick on that.
Oh, that's so
good. It was so good.
And he was in Ohio, and so he like, you know, I'm like working on the other stuff, the other cues on the score. Yeah. And I was like, dude, can you write something for this, you know, this last cue that I really need? And he was like willing to do it, and it just turned out so good. And then once he sent me the guitar, then I kind of built it out and added the other elements and stuff. So yeah, man.
You talked to me about this project months ago, and I kind of thought I knew what it was about. It's going to be a sports documentary type thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching, I'm like, what is this movie? Who is this guy? Like, how is this going to be a redemption story? Is this a sad, it all ended in the gutter story? Like, what are we doing? And it's this dad, this athlete, he made some bad choices. He messed up. He got hurt, all the things. And now he's you know, going 110% for his kid, King, which Grayson and Jared and I were talking at the beginning. That's such a cool name.
It's fresh.
King. Like, what?
I know, it's fresh.
And then they're like, okay, so this is a father-son story. This is hey, let's try to, you know, my kids are going to do better than I did type of thing. Or they're going to eat better than we did.
And then you find out like later that his dad ran too. Like you don't find that out till like kind of deep into the movie.
Yeah. It's this like
it just runs in everybody's
multi-generational thing.
Yeah, it's insane.
And dude, just watching, like, I am by no means any kind of athlete runner at all, but I've ran some half marathons, done some, Jared has also. Those guys move so fast. I can't drive that fast, dude.
Well, he looks like he's moving twice as fast as everybody else.
Yeah.
The first videos, you're like, how is he moving that fast?
Yeah, dude, that's sped up. That's fake news right there, dude. That's not real.
That's
it's insane,
man,
bro.
Wolf, right? Yeah, it was really good. It was really touching. And then
moving. And the kid just wants to make his dad proud, and you're just like,
dude, I'm a bad son. Right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a bad kid. Oh, I'm a bad dad too. Dang, what is this movie doing to me?
I know. And that I think
I need some Mountain Dew.
I think that aspect of the movie like really struck a chord with me. You know, obviously I have young kids, and it was just like to see, you know, this really misunderstood guy who's gone through a lot, but dude, he just loves his son so much, and I felt like you really get that. And he just wants him to win bad, you know? And I just love that about him and their relationship together.
It's also generational though, too. The way it weaves all together, like
totally.
It starts with Casey, but then you meet his dad, and you're like, oh, their stories are almost identical in key points of their lives. But each one of those guys had that switch where I was like, I'm going to give it my all. And I failed, but I can give it my all still for my kid.
Totally.
Yeah.
And they just the grandpa and then Casey and then like the whole thing.
Yep.
It's awesome, dude.
And they all seemed like pretty happy, like genuinely happy.
Yeah.
Like his whole family, and they're all close and they're still involved in the grandpa and stuff,
King,
and like wheelchairing him around. And
dude, for sure.
King
and King in particular, bro, he is just
joy.
like, how can you not love this kid, dude?
Right?
He's just like, I mean, I want to say the first scene where you see him, I shouldn't say it. I don't want to give it away. But like, I remember the first scene I saw of him, and it's just like his demeanor, his smile. And you're just like, bro, like, I love this dude. Like, I want him to just win, you know, in everything he does. Yeah, dude, it just comes across. And obviously the love that they have as a family unit, and how the movie, you know, ends up, and the emotions that all come from everybody, you know, by what happens. And it's just like, it's really moving.
Yeah. What the heck was I just going to ask you? I took a sip of this, and it went from like leather tobacco-y to like the super like dark brown sugar.
Yeah, I was gonna say brown sugar,
vanilla
all day,
something,
bro.
which is really cool. But as we're talking about this, like besides the personal, your own family, you know, kind of having to shut off from them to kind of focus on this as much as you had to, what was like the most challenging part of, you know, scoring your first film or a film in general, going through that?
I mean, yeah, I think for me, it was like, where do I even start? The starting process was the hardest, right? Like I just have this long edit and I'm like, wow, like, what do I even do? You know? And so I think it was that initial, like, you know, trying to get my head wrapped around the process was probably one of the hardest parts. And then I think, and obviously too, it was like, I was literally like, I hadn't made music on like a serious level consistently for like 5 years, bro, you know.
That's
like
crazy.
Since that audiobook project, you know, which really took a toll on me too, you know, making like 3 hours of music.
That's a lot.
And I made like $5,000 for that, so that also was not not easy.
Oh my god.
And so so kind of coming to the beginning of this new project, and it's like, dude, I want to do it justice. I want to make sure this is dope. And so I think it was just, that was initially the thing. And I think also for me, it's really, you know, I'm like a huge self-deprecator in a lot of ways. You know, I have a lot of self-doubt. And so I think for me, it's also like kind of getting the confidence of other people in the ears of, you know, of Andy and Mark on some of the initial cues that I made that were like encouraging, to be like, okay, they don't hate it. Awesome. And that then gave me some confidence, I think, to just keep going, and keep working on it. And honestly, I mean, the deadline was one of the hardest things too, because I think I started it in September and I had to have it done like before December 1, you know? Dang. And so, and it's a full-length feature film that it was just literally like nonstop, bro.
Did they give you guidelines like, hey, we want wall to wall? Did they give you moments like, hey, we want music here?
They gave me edits with temp music throughout the whole edit, and so I followed that pretty like religiously. Just because again, I was like, I don't feel like I want to step out of the bounds, nor did I really have the time to score extra cues. You know, I think if watching the movie back, there was a few moments I felt like, oh, that could have maybe used like some more music, but you know, I just wanted to follow what they felt as well. And I think there is some moments too that when it is like empty, that it kind of lets you sit into the fact that this is a movie about people and not, you know, I don't know. So it did feel intentional as well in a lot of the open space. But yeah, and I think
just the open space. Sorry to interrupt. Because I'm kind of a running nerd. Like I'm not anywhere near them. Okay, for the record, but I definitely have found like a lot of mental health benefits with running.
Oh yeah,
and I love the fact that like your music would build to the front of the races, and then when the gun goes off. It's just dead silent. You just heard the slap of the feet, right?
Yeah.
Like you did that so perfectly where you're like, you're building the drama and then you take it all away so the drama can happen.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Andy, bro. Like that was all based on his editing and temp placement. And I honestly just followed that. And he's he's like a really, really great editor and knew exactly what to do in those moments. So
dude, it was edited so well. I mean, there was like little stuff that I just found myself loving. Like there's this scene where they're walking into their house, but it's nighttime and it's pitch black, and you just see like these two distant lights. You're like, what is going on? And then they like open the door and turn the light on, the porch light on.
Yeah.
And you're like, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Most people would have just cut that out, but it like really helps the story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I thought the music placement and the amount of music was very tasteful. There's, I mean, I've worked on documentaries and different things where it's literally wall to wall music, and it gives you no room to interpret how you're supposed to feel or grow with these characters. The music is telling you exactly what you're doing. You're like, oh, that was kind of boring. But this is like, it supports the emotional moments that are already there with the characters and the life that they're living, and this is just supporting that. And it doesn't, to me, it didn't sway me one way or make me have to feel. It just helped guide me along to what I was already really cool. feeling with the the people, not characters, the people. So yeah, that was all around just great.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, and I mean, I think for me, you know, like it being a documentary, that isn't necessarily the thing I thought about would be like my first movie score, but I'm also like, dude, I love documentaries, bro. And like, this is one that for sure, if I ran across the story somewhere, I'd be checking it out, you know, because it was just such an interesting story. And yeah, dude, I hope, man, like I'm really hopeful it gets some legs, you know.
I think it will.
Are they festival circuits and that kind of thing, or what? Do you know what their plan is?
Yeah, so I talked on the phone with Mark the other day, and yeah, I think that at this point they're kind of hoping to get it in whatever festival will pick it up. At this point, they've submitted it to a few, haven't gotten them in, but well, I think a lot of them are happening maybe this fall, so we'll see. You know, if it gets picked up, awesome. I think they also have some ideas thrown around with, you know, maybe placing it somewhere with a sales agent or something like that. So as of right now, I don't know where it's going to end up, you know? And I think they just want to find the audience that the movie I think really deserves. So all I know is for information on what's going to happen with it in the future, whitelightningmovie.com is where people can go right now and read about the movie, and then anything that comes from, you know, where it might be able to be seen in theaters or a festival or what have you will be mentioned on that website in the future. So yeah, we'll
link that in all the show notes and all that kind of stuff. But super cool. Great job on that. I want to get into some of this bourbon a little bit.
Let's do it.
Maybe start some guessings. Any final I got notes, nose or palate wise?
Honey on the second one.
Okay.
And big oak.
Yeah, oak for sure, bro. And that leathery
big oak
tobacco. Yeah, man. I mean, it's opening up really nice.
There's a little bit
pepper.
Yeah, pepper. There's a little bit of there's a little bit of orange in there. I want to say like, I got like popsicle. Like I said orange out loud. It made me think of like an orange creamsicle, but like once you get a little bit of that popsicle stick in there at the very end, it's like orange creamsicle wood popsicle stick.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Good stuff. So. Yeah, I want to start talking about, and as much as we want to, your bourbon. I was reading back through our text, trying to figure out some of the stuff. You said you got into bourbon back in 2014. Was there a bottle or was there an event that was like, hey, I like this. Like, let me search this out.
Man, that's a good question. Bro, I want to say, I think I was at a bar. There's this bar in Portland called Inner Urban. Unfortunately, like just shut down, I think earlier this year. Really unfortunate. But I think I was at a bar there and, you know, I think I got into it by way of cocktails, honestly.
Okay.
And so I am like, I don't know what my personality type is or whatever, but I'm like, dude, when I get into something, I just go fully into it and I nerd out like hardcore. And so when I got into cocktails, I was like, dude, I'm going to make not just cocktails. I'm going to like make one cocktail for a whole year until I feel like I've nailed the technique to make it and like kind of dialed in like the ingredients that I enjoy with this cocktail. So I made a Manhattan
your house
for a year, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just went down the rabbit hole, and I think it was by way of getting into cocktail making that then kind of like got me onto liking whiskey also like on its own, and bourbon in particular. Like it was another discovery, because I think the first whiskey I had, like, you know, was Scotch, and I enjoyed it for sure. But
no bourbon though. That's for sure.
Well, I think it was like
bourbon.
in that process of like having bourbon on its own. And I was like, yo, this is really good, you know?
Yeah.
And my wife likes scotch more than bourbon. So she's really into that. You know, she's
I didn't
more.
know she was a chain smoker. What? Just kidding.
It's interesting, like getting into bourbon like we have, and then getting or trying scotches or tequilas or Irish whiskeys. There's certain admirable notes and flavors to those spirits.
Yeah.
But they're not as complex. They don't do as much. They're usually never as high proof. They're just like a certain portion of the bourbon. Like there's good parts about it, and I find that in bourbon. But then like there's this whole other piece to the pie in bourbon.
Totally.
And rye.
Yeah. And I think for me, what stood out about it was just the barrel impact that exists, you know, for bourbon that's really different from other whiskeys. And it's like, dude, that's like such a big part of the flavor that I enjoy, at least. I'm like, bro, I want to feel, you know, like I want to taste some of the oakiness. Obviously, it can get overpowering, but that's what's imparting so much flavor. And so, I think it was, at Inner Urban, they were like, I think the bartender, I was asking him about bourbon, and then he was like, here, try this. And he gave me like a pour of Weller 12 year, didn't even charge me for it. And I was like, yo, what is this? He was like, that's Pappy. That's Pappy Van Winkle, which we have right here, you know? And he was like, but you can go to a store right now and go buy it. And I was like, oh, fresh. And sure enough,
not here.
Well, not here anymore, but at the time,
dude, that's what my buddy was telling me at Apple. He was like, go try the Wellers. And dude, the 12 is blackberry cobbler, dude.
Oh, it's so good. I just got a bottle for the first time since its redesign. When I had that trip in Denver where I sent you guys those bottles. That's the first time I've had a new Weller 12 bottle since the old what they call
squatty bottle.
Yeah, the squat bottles, bro. I used to buy those on the like. I literally would make Weller 107, the squat bottle.
Yeah.
Was my well whiskey. Like I made all my cocktails with it.
I used to give them away because I didn't like them.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
I liked the Special Reserve, and I tried the 107.
Yeah.
And
You like the Special
It was like too
Reserve
proofy or what?
over the 107?
So
he was a baby.
Yeah, he likes Jack Daniel's number 7 a lot. It's his favorite, probably.
It's his favorite.
That's not
He's like,
true.
can we just...
Jack Daniels was my entry. It's not true. They love talking trash. No, I just remember I was talking to one of my coworkers when I was working at Apple, and he was like, you got to try this. It's the Pappy stuff. It's the best. And I tried Special Reserve and 107. And I remember walking into Bevmo, and they were just on the shelf for like $18 and $24. And I was like, cool, I'll take one of each. And I remember taking them home, and I had some of both, and I was like, I like the Special Reserve more. The 107's too much. But now that like this is 10, 11 years later,
Right.
Yeah.
like I just had 107 again the first time a couple weeks ago with these guys, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for picking those up for us, by the way. That was amazing.
Dude. Real bro.
Bro, of course.
Real bro.
Of course. No, when Blake asked, I'm like, dude, yeah, if I can pull it off, I'm going to do it.
He's like, if I can find a case for you, I'll get you a case. I'm like, yeah.
No, literally, I could have bought a case of each, like 12. I'm talking like a 12 bottle case.
My wife would have.
No problem. No,
I see so many pictures of in whiskey groups online where everyone says Colorado is the land of Weller right now.
No, it is. It is, dude. It's insane.
Stack on case stack on case stack. Every store.
It was literally everywhere. And there are certain stores that
It's gotta be a test market.
you have to pick the ones that are priced well because they they're not regulated in their pricing. So some stores would have it for a lot more money, and so I had to find the ones that were priced well. But dude. And I actually did, I think it was last week, I actually did a blind between 12, 107, and Foolproof.
Ooh.
What one?
107 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
We
dude.
want to do a rainbow.
And
blind.
I didn't want it to be that, but it was, bro. And honestly,
I think 12. I want to say I would pick 12, but I don't know.
12 was second for me.
You're gonna taste that proof, and you're gonna be like, oh, there it is. Of a Foolproof
Dude,
or a
12,
107.
I'm telling you though, 12 tastes like dessert.
Yeah, it's delicious, bro. It's so good.
Are we doing that this weekend, guys?
Yeah, we got to drink beers though.
Dude, I almost get a tropical note on this.
Dude, I got special
first or
bottles.
second. Okay.
On the whatever this one was it
second
L?
one?
L is still second. Yeah.
Tropical on the palate or the nose?
On the nose.
Like
Bro,
a little pineapple-y pina colada thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I could get that. Yeah.
Like a just real quick on the front end.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, if we can, let's shotgun these answers for proof, price, age, all that kind of stuff.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Can we get a couple more mouth notes on the first one?
On the first one. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Dude,
All I put was sweet, and then I tasted popcorn, so I put that.
No, it's got, so hold on, I'll give you a couple.
Yeah.
So it's got big oak char on it.
Wait, this is
on the first one.
First.
Oh, so sorry. I was talking second one. Never mind.
Yeah,
Ignore
first
that.
one.
First one.
I think there's honey there too. Like honey.
I get like a
honeysuckle.
Yeah, honeysuckle, like cherry pit. Apricot
You're right, Jared.
pit. Peach pit.
It just went down the wrong way.
You gotta get them too.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
It went left. I wanted it to go right. It was a mess.
I feel like these have to be related to a degree.
They are. Blake's
Okay.
tricking us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. I think I know what they are.
Yeah.
What do you guys get on
I will pay you money if you know what these are.
Jared and Courtland? What do you get taste wise on the first one?
The first one, yeah.
I get a little oak. It's less. It's kind of more spicy.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely more on the spice.
I also have this weird like almost like sweet cream butter.
That's the popcorn, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm not getting the corn right now.
But are you getting kind of like the oily on the roof of your mouth, like after you eat popcorn?
Oh, dude. That's the best.
Blake, you're muted or something. What'd you say?
I was whispering. I said, oh, dude, that's the best.
Oh.
Do you think the first one's the best?
No, the
that
oily
oil popcorn.
Oh. I guess I'm not getting the popcorn thing right now.
All right.
I'm
Never
getting
did.
like almost a sweet cream butter thing.
I could
Okay.
I could taste that. There's almost like a breadiness at the very end.
Yeah, that's what
Like
I'm
a-
saying.
like a wheat
there's
bread.
like kind of the spice. There's a little bit of oak.
Yeasty
it's like-
boys.
A little bit of yeasty
but
boys.
there's like that baked bread butter
Mhm.
on the palate.
Oh, dude, like that the dark brown bread you get from like freaking Cheesecake Factory.
Dude,
Little
freaking
sweet.
rye
Oh, good call out, dude.
with some oats on it.
Yeah, dude, that's what's up.
That's
okay.
good, man.
Okay.
All right, Blake.
Okay. Proof guess
Go.
on the first.
Roof, are you writing these down?
Yes. No, I
glad we
do
have
have
to-
I do have a thing. I do have a thing.
I'm glad we have to remind you every time.
No, I already made it. Look, 10, 12. Oh, that's today. That's right now. Never mind.
Wait, can we guess if it's
We'll get there.
weeded
Yeah, we're gonna do all that.
corn or rye? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So first, we usually start with like, what do you think the proof is?
100. Maybe not even.
I'm gonna say 90.
Okay. Previously, Jared, you had said 100.
No. I said maybe 100.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 100.
They said 100. I said
Courtland was first with 100 proof.
Yeah, I'll say 100.
100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stick to my guns.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. Bourbon, rye, American whiskey, Canadian, finished.
whiskey.
Okay.
Whiskey. I mean, I would guess bourbon.
Okay. Gray.
Yeah, bourbon. That's what I'm going.
Like maybe a rye,
Like a high rye.
like a high rye bourbon.
I'm getting too low. I got to stop.
Yeah.
You know what it kind of reminds me of vaguely? Is that Green River honey. It's just not as sweet.
A little bit. Yeah. I can see that. Okay. Finished, non-finished, toasted.
finished.
Non-finished. Yeah.
Not.
Okay. Cool. Let's go age. You guys got an age on there, you think?
Or
Maybe, yeah. 4 to 6. max.
J-Dog?
Dude, I don't know why. Part of me wants to say 3 to 4.
What does the other part want you to say?
Like, I would say 3 to 5 years. I'd give it a spread, but I know Grayson gets upset when I give spreads like that.
It is pretty light, bro. It's crazy.
Acceptable for guests, not you.
Yeah.
I know.
Pick a year. Jared, pick a year.
Oh, you're being serious?
He's being serious. He's laying down. Are you going to average that with a 4? That's what I'm putting for you.
I'm going to say 2 to 10. Okay.
No. All right, I'll say 4. I'll say 4.
State? Like distilled in or from or whatever?
Tennessee.
I know what Jared thinks it is.
What do you think it is?
You think
you think they're both Jack?
I think the second one's Jack.
Okay.
You think the first one's Uncle Nearest or something?
Ooh.
It's something, dude. I don't know.
But Tennessee.
What do you think, Gray?
I'm going Kentucky.
Can I call you Court?
I'll say
Court?
Kentucky.
Okay.
I only have one guess for both of them because this is the only thing I've had that I'm like, maybe it's it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you go by Courtland or Court, or do you have a nickname?
Yeah, Courtland. Yeah.
Magic
And then-
Beats. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call me.
Beat Lord.
Beat Lord.
Big Papa.
Okay. Let's go price. What do you think this costs? / what would you pay for it?
Say like sub 30 on the first one.
Okay.
Maybe
I was gonna
maybe
say
a
sub
30, around 30.
I was gonna say sub 35.
Yeah.
45.
45. And you said 35-ish, Jared?
Yeah, 35-ish.
Okay. Cool. Did I miss any? What would you score it? Let's do a score for this guy.
I hate this part.
5-1. We're using the take scale, Courtland.
Are you familiar with that?
Think so. Yeah. Is that like the Dave Portnoy thing or whatever?
Kinda.
Yeah, we mash them up. We did mash take with Dave Portnoy.
So the take scale is T8KE, and it's a list of
bourbon one. Yeah, if you want to Google it, kind of gives you words.
Let me see.
Gray, you said 5-1?
Yeah, 5-1.
Okay. So good.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 4.8.
Yeah, maybe it should be on the other side. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I already wrote it down.
Okay.
I
It's
wrote
like
it
a
down.
4.8, 4.7.
I'm not changing it.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it now. This take scale.
And the thing that we try to do is not do whole, so that we steal from Portnoy, not whole numbers.
Right.
That's Portnoy for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the rules. One sip, but we drink full Glens.
Like this compared to knowing that Courtland was having Cooper's Craft earlier, I'd take Cooper's Craft.
That's a good point. I just thought about that, and I'm like, yeah, that was freaking good.
Yeah,
It helps to kind of have a baseline.
This is not bad at all. Like it's good. But yeah, I would put it like 5.6.
Okay.
You know?
Do you have a quick what you would rate Cooper's as?
I feel like the price to value on that, or taste to value, is really freaking good.
What do those Coopers run?
I think here is $35.
Yeah.
Okay.
About.
So I'm like, that's like probably like a 6.2 for me at least. You know?
Okay.
That's right. It is. That's right. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I give this one, I think a 5.2 was my score.
Okay.
Did we miss any big
No.
categories on that one? Okay.
No.
Jared, you were 4.8.
Yes.
4.8.
Blake, you were 5.2. Sorry, I usually write these scores down 5.1.
I got
Courtland.
them. I can send it to you, Grace.
I was like 5. What did I say? 5.6?
5.6.
Okay.
Okay. So sample L the next one. We'll go through that real quick.
Yeah, I'm now thinking it's not what I am going to guess it is, but I have no.
You want to try and snipe it right now? What do you, or do you not want to let into your?
I mean, again, it's like I can only guess based on other things I've had before.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, I have like 16 bottles or whatever. You know, like my collection is very small, and I basically drink through a bottle, and then maybe
Replace
another one, and then I'll maybe go buy something I'm familiar with at this point.
Okay.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not trying to waste, $60 or more than that on something I'm just not familiar with.
Yeah.
It smells so familiar.
Well, now I'm getting a little bit of peanut on the nose too, which I didn't get earlier.
Oh my gosh. I get waffle cone. Like you walk into Cold Stone and they just made some waffle cones.
I can see that.
Holy cow.
Where you can also kind of smell the linoleum.
A little bit of tire in there.
Bro, this is really good. I don't know. Yeah, I really like it.
Okay. Let's go proof.
I still say it's like around 100. It doesn't feel super hot to me.
Okay.
Maybe 107, but yeah, that's like my top, I think.
I'll go 112.
Okay. Gray's going 112. Courtland, are you cool with 107 or you want a range?
Yeah,
he can have ranges. He can have ranges.
Privileges, dude.
The only thing I'm like, I don't know how many whiskeys have 107 proof.
Right.
I'm like, how many have them?
Right. There's one that I know.
Sure, I'll say. I'll say 107. Sure.
Okay. Jared, what you got?
Because I guess if I said this was 100, it's definitely more proofy than that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm pushing like 120.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Really?
Bourbon, rye, whiskey, Canadian, tequila, rum,
Whiskey.
Bourbon.
Jared going whiskey again. I cannot wait. Oh,
wait. Jared, do you define Jack Daniels as bourbon or whiskey?
No,
Jack Daniels is not bourbon.
Says who?
Says Jack Daniels.
Technically, it follows all the things, but it is classified as a Tennessee whiskey.
Aye.
You mean because it follows the rules technically?
I'm like, to me, it's a bourbon,
Yeah.
So technically, ingredients wise, it is, but because they go through the second charcoal mellowing process, that is what defines it as Tennessee whiskey.
Okay.
What they define it as, Tennessee whiskey. So we can come back to the first one. Usually we try and guess distillery and what it is. We didn't do that, but we don't have to. So Jared said whiskey. You guys both said bourbon on this one?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do 8. Oh, we did do age. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Bourbon. Okay. Age on this one. Do I know?
I'm gonna say 6 years.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
All going 6. Okay. I should put my guess in there just so it's not weird. 666.
Maybe if this is...
dude, we don't want no devil guesses.
Maybe it's Devil's Cut, Jim Beam.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. What would you pay? What do you think the bottle costs? Or what would you pay for it? Either or is acceptable.
Ooh, maybe I might be right on this, bro.
I cannot wait to find out what you think it is.
Well, if I'm now thinking about what it is, based on the fact I just said 107 proof, and I just looked up what it possibly might be.
He's cheating, dude.
He's taking an
cheating,
assist,
bro.
He doesn't know the undefined rules we've set or not set.
Yeah, dude. You can't Google stuff, Courtland.
Oh, I can't. Okay, sorry. My bad. Let me shut this off.
I think there's rye in there.
I think there's a little rye in the first one.
I'm gonna say $65.
Okay. Where are you?
I was gonna say $65.
That's funny. Are you saying that then, Jared?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll say 70. I'll go up $5. I'll say 70.
Okay. Court.
I'll say 95.
Okay.
Ooh, big jump. Courtland's onto something. I'm curious what he Googled.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be way off. So
It's got hints of heritage.
ooh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's dude.
It's not as marshmallowy though.
No, it's not as marshmallowy, but this is in the Jack Daniel's single barrel warehouse.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it Jack 12 though?
It's good.
That's 107 proof.
Blake has pulled
Is
a
it?
Jack on us before.
Dude, if Courtland crushed it at proof,
I've sent you both samples of Jack 12. Does it taste familiar?
you have?
I don't know.
It does taste familiar.
Okay. So that's the price. And let's do score.
Gosh,
I mean that joint. That's a dark boy, bro. That's dark.
Yeah, dude. That's a thick boy.
Don't finish it yet, if you can. I mean,
don't finish it yet,
okay.
dude. I want to finish this one.
I mean, the way I like to do this when we're doing these is like,
get the
once I
reveal.
know what it is, I want to then take in the last sip.
Okay, fine. Okay,
That's a good point. Yes. Let me not sip on it.
We need to get 3-ounce sample bottles next time.
We need sample fifths.
Yeah, sample. Actually, let's just get rich, and then I'll send you all bottles.
Just send me the bottle, yeah.
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I'll definitely make an album just for that.
Yes. Okay.
Tight.
What's the next one? Oh, score. Yeah, score. Courtland, score. Snipe it.
Dude, okay, let me look at this take scale again. What's 8? What's that category?
Excellent, really quite exceptional.
Yeah, I'll say 8.2.
Okay.
Dang.
He likes it.
I really like it.
Start calling you Mikey. Jared, go.
Dude, I got to pull up the scale.
Oh my gosh. Grayson, go.
7.4.
Okay.
What are you scoring, Blake?
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Let me just down this because I can pour more.
Did you say 8.2, Courtland?
Mm-hmm. Like it tastes up there. Like one of my favorite bottles is 1924.
Oh, reach, dude.
And I feel like
Old Forester.
it's really kind of in that level.
So I'm gonna go. What happened? Where's my interwebs? I just need to check.
Command
Dude,
T.
I'm stuck between
I'm
stuck between 7.9 and 8.1.
Okay. I know.
Maybe
pick one.
7.8.
Jared, pick one.
Yeah, Jared.
Grayson, why are you always pressuring me, dude? Hey,
Pick one.
Hey, whoa, bro. Whoa, dude.
That last sip was something.
It's got a lot going on, bro.
Yeah.
Like
My score's 7.8. If that pressures anybody into anything.
Oh,
Jared. Maybe just time.
Dude, listen, I'm always so decisive, okay? So get off my back this one time.
Maybe.
I'm thinking a little extra, okay? 7.9.
7.9. Okay.
7.9.
Had to be better than me. Okay.
I already said 7.8 to 8.1, okay? I'm just falling in the middle there because you don't like whole numbers.
Okay. Do you guys want to bother guessing? We didn't guess distillery for this one.
I don't have a guess on those. So I think Jared thinks it's Jack Daniels. So
I think the second one's Jack Daniels.
Okay.
I mean, to me, like both of them, it seemed like a Brown Forman product. So I was like in between Old Forester and Jack Daniels.
Okay.
And initially I thought Old Forester. But now I'm thinking Jack Daniels. Yeah, sure.
I'll give you a hint. It is like legacy.
Okay.
Which both of those are.
Right.
dude, is this Beam?
Who is it? Booker's? No.
This is what are those triples? What's them triplets? No, you would have sent all three. Is this them triplets? No.
Them triplets?
Hardin's Creek.
Oh, the Hardin's Creeks? No.
We've been talking legacy. We've been talking fathers. We've been talking sons. We've been talking making things better from the past in the future.
No.
That's Makers.
No, dude. He's alluding to Jim Beam.
Because Booker
with the nose.
Wow. Is this the 7?
Crushed what? Okay, you guys. Anybody want to snipe it, or I can start revealing, and then we can get into the end of this deal with a little reveal and a couple more questions.
Reveal that joint.
Yeah, dude. Just tell us already. Dang.
Okay. So, bottle 1, which was sample M,
which is backwards, but okay.
Didn't plan this. Okay. 100 proof.
Ooh, okay.
Did I get like a cough drop smelling it right now?
Got that. 100 proof. All right.
Let me see. I don't know. So many of these don't.
Like cherry cough drop. You guys get that?
On the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Almost basil, dude, too.
So this
like
one,
fresh basil.
This one is a bottled in bond.
Oh.
4-year minimum.
4-year. Ooh.
It is a bourbon. Price. It is Kentucky. Price. When I bought it, $19.99.
Ooh, wow,
bro!
This is old tub.
Early times.
And I gave it a score of 5.2. Okay, so I'll stop there.
Was I with you when you bought it?
Second one is
That's stupid.
What a hater, dude. What a hater this guy is.
Sorry, let me get it.
What a tease.
Second one. Where's the score? Oh, proof is.
Oh, so buttery now.
Gosh, how do I do that?
Smells like straight butter.
Are your nose in the second?
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to do some math to figure out what this.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
Proof is.
It's crazy how much they develop.
It's like brown butter.
Browned butter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez. It's like I want to throw that in a cookie.
Oh my gosh.
Times 2.
You doing math? What are you doing?
119.3 proof.
119?
Oh, dude, I was so close.
You said 120, right, Jared?
I said 120.
Wow.
But Price is Right rules, so I win.
Price.
Shut up.
What do you mean? He didn't go over.
Wait, what was the price? I didn't hear it.
What did you say, Grace?
112.
Oh,
Jared said 120. That's over.
Oh, he was over. I see.
Yeah,
sorry. Okay. It is
$1, Bob.
It is a bourbon. Right?
Jared, hey, Jared.
What?
You're losing, dog.
I know, dude. I've never been so wrong in my life, dude. I've never been so wrong in my life.
I'm so curious, bro.
It is.
What did you say, Courtland?
I'm so curious. 120. Okay. I'm like, it's gotta be. Is Booker's usually in the 120?
Yeah.
It's
usually barrel proof.
I don't know. Bourbon. I don't know if I have an age statement on this, so I apologize. This is
Booker's can range from 7 to 9. Aren't they usually?
They're kind of all over the place because they're such
usually
big
older
blends.
blends.
Let me just Google real quick and see if there's an age on this.
It smells so good. I want some more of this.
Oh gosh,
dude, this.
Okay,
this.
Oh, no.
Tell us the price. Tell us the price.
Before age.
Whatever. Just tell us something. Sitting over doing math and Googles.
Yeah, dude. Tell me you're unprepared without telling me you're unprepared.
Okay. Price. $200.
Wow.
Dang it. It's a bottle I'm not going to have.
The age is a range.
Is this
range.
infinite?
The age is a range.
This is infinite, huh?
From 7 to 20
this is Booker's
years.
infinite.
Wait, what's the age?
7 to 20 years.
Whoa.
It's a blend of 7 all the way through 20-year-old.
This is Booker's infinite.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Obviously, Well, not obviously. It's Kentucky as well as the first one.
I'd rather buy a Jack Daniel's single barrel. Just gonna say that right.
Barrel proof or regular 90 something gross?
Barrel proof, the big boys, dude, the hitters.
Okay, both the names have been said tonight of what these bottles are.
Old Tub.
And Booker's Reserve, dude. Shut up, dude. I was there when you bought that.
Yeah. And
Infinite.
Whoa,
Little bit of
Infinite.
the Infinite.
boom, just a little bit of cues. I sniped them both, but I was wrong about everything.
Dang.
All right, so Old Tub. I'm gonna finish.
Old Tub.
Yeah, never had Old Tub before.
Dude, I'm getting like strong cinnamon on that nose now in Old Tub.
So yeah, these are both Jim Beam.
These are both Jim
Yep.
Beam. So Old Tub is like how they made it pre-prohibition.
Okay.
How
but
they
I
started
warmed
in
up
that style.
with Jim Beam,
I
and
always-
it's trash.
Bro, this is solid,
not.
bro.
It's not trash. I
Try
would
the white
heck of a
again.
drink this.
Try
dude.
the
That's
white
solid.
again.
No. White label is trash.
I know. Try
These
it
are
again.
pretty okay.
It's not trash.
When I tried that tonight compared to the JD number 7,
I'd rather
I was
be
gonna
miles
say.
away. Miles away.
Yeah, I've had the Jim Beam 7-year, and yeah, this tastes better.
Yeah. When I first got this Old Tub, this is my second
20
bottle.
bucks.
Yeah, so when my first bottle was 20, the one is the one I bought with you, Grace, for 30, because they discontinued it and everybody upped the price of it. But it's a $20
Can I see the bottle again? Oh yeah, I don't even know if I've ever seen that. Oh, it's non-chill filtered too.
Yep, bottle and bond.
Wow.
Okay.
How did you know that was non? Could you read that?
It said
read it?
unfiltered on the front.
Okay.
I mean, so I assumed unfiltered meant non-chill filtered.
Yeah, it says unfiltered.
no.
Is that what that means?
More robust flavor before Jim Beam bourbon.
Probably. I was just shocked you could read it.
Yep.
So this is what the Beam family made before the brand
hey.
Jim Beam. They called it Old Tub.
Hey, Grayson, I'm pretty sure he Googled it.
No, I did not.
So this
No,
is a
I can see his ham.
this is a tribute to like what they used to do before they got, all big and junk. And then the Infinite is, a whole bunch of all three of the last three master distillers kind of doing their thing. All the Infinites after this will have a little bit of this one in it and, go into the other ones. So it's grandfather, father, grandson type of thing.
Yeah.
And I thought it just kind of fit with the whole story of
That's really
White
cool.
Lightning.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then hearing your story, Courtland, like your dad was in the business and then you
Yeah.
kind of were in there.
It's like talking to Don Clark.
Yeah.
Oh, my grandpa worked for NASA. Now I'm doing
Right.
design for NASA. Like,
Are you
what?
familiar with Don Clark, Courtland?
Oh, he's the homie, bro.
Yeah.
We worked.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he worked with him on the website.
Yeah. No, Don worked on a few of the Humble Beast album covers, and
Dude.
bro,
That
like
checks
we mobbed up into Seattle. We'd always see Don and like go over to his barn, and when they came out with the monster blocks, he was like, dude, can you score something for that? And so I forgot that was one of the first scores I did, honestly, was
Oh, that's awesome.
he sent me a package of the monster blocks, and I was in the studio and I just like started stacking them with the microphone and then made
That's
like a
so
beat out of
cool.
it that sounded like a Scooby-Doo
dude.
track, Yeah,
So we
dude,
had him
coolest
on
guys.
a few months
Don's
ago.
freaking amazing, dude. I love that dude.
And he,
one of my like bucket lists to get on, and like one of the first guests we got on.
yeah.
Like unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
And
incredible.
he's super cool, just down to earth, nice,
Yep.
Yeah.
humble.
He's always like, I mean, honestly, I like me and Tony would reference Don and his work all the time because
All
we're
my
like, bro, if
inspiration
we
came
can
from them.
just be any semblance of like what he's done
Yeah.
and just his, the whole steez and what they've, they push so hard into the like mid-century aesthetic, which me and Tony like absolutely love. And I just like love that whole era. And the fact that they went to that whole design, it's just incredible, bro. I have
looking
a
at
Mars
both-
poster in my living room. I've got 3 prints of his, and my kids, or actually both of my kids' rooms have prints
That's so cool.
Do you have
his stuff.
his children's Bible thing?
Oh yeah.
Dude, so cool.
Yeah, that he did with Crossway. Yeah.
looking at your website or the Nova Nimbus website and Don's, like there's so much similarities and just like such cool arts. That's not my avenue of expertise at all, but I can just say it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it looks dope.
we're trying to refresh the website right now too. So we're like trying to Sean Herman. Hopefully he's
on my list to have on.
Yeah, dude, you should for sure.
He tapped me to do the sound for the Tiki Bar.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, that's going to be freaking dope. Yeah, you'd be great to talk with.
You got to help me.
Yeah, totally. Bro, yeah, so he's like, we're kind of hoping to flesh out more of the story through the website and like making it way more interactive. So Tony's been illustrating like, you know, almost utilizing his like kind of animation skills, and we're then using Sean to help kind of build it out and develop it.
Oh, that's cool.
You kind of see more of our story through the interaction with the website. So it's a work in progress. We'll see if it, you know, it might take a little bit to get it there, but
sure,
we're working on it.
Couple more questions and then we can wrap up.
Yeah, we've only taken 2.5 hours of his time.
Yeah, dude. It's not like he's a dad and has a job in the morning.
He already said he schlepped his fatherly responsibilities for sound. So
no. Exactly. They'll be fine.
Courtland's
they're on summer break, so you know.
Yeah, dude.
No, dude. Courtland, just tell him you got to catch a train and you got to go to bed.
Dude, Jared, get off it. I'm the one getting up at like 3 a.m. to drive to y'all tomorrow.
You're driving up here.
I'm driving from San Diego to Chico
to me
tomorrow.
Dang. What are you guys doing?
Sony gives us a break this week, so I took a couple of extra days off, and we're gonna go hang out. We're gonna crack a couple GTSs and some other fun stuff. And
Jared's gonna come up too on the weekend.
See the parents. Yeah, Grayson's in Chico, Jared's in Sacramento, and I'm down here in San Diego.
I may or may not be bringing one of Fred Minnick's future whiskeys of the year. Whoa. His words, not mine.
Dang. Okay.
Future.
It's a whiskey that released this year, so he has to rate it next year's Mascots Awards.
What is it? Can you say it?
No, it's a surprise for them.
He's teasing.
You should just DM me. Let me know what it is.
I was going to say, dude, we need to hook up on Instagram.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm starting to write some new music, and I need some ambience, bro. And Blake just doesn't have it these days.
You haven't asked, bro. Come on.
I know. No, I do have song ideas I need to send you, Blake. I've been never mind. We'll talk about that later. Courtland, I'm gonna follow you and I'm gonna slide into your DMs. That's what I do around here.
So in your creative process, Courtland, is there anything like that you got from your dad, or just, you know, seeing his work ethic or anything like that you kind of try to carry forward into your creative work of writing? Nope. Good.
Next question.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if I can get real, you know, like I felt like maybe what I saw a little bit with my dad was a little bit of an unhealthy work relationship, and just because, you know, he started his own business, and it was a creative firm, and it was them, you know, doing a lot of like commercials and stuff, and you know, not like he wasn't around like ever, you know, he was definitely like a present dad, but he definitely wasn't as present as I am with my kids, you know, and I think, for better or for worse, I guess, but I think for better you know, with my kids, sometimes I question that, but, yeah, and not to say like, yeah, he was a bad dad by any means, but that was always something I felt like more so his relationship with work and his identity. And I felt like that's just not something I want to do. So I guess to an opposite degree, like I want to make sure like my identity isn't wrapped up in my work, if anything, you know? So not to, I always feel like I'm downplaying everything, but yeah, like I feel like I want to, you know, I want the music to be an extension of myself and hopefully my experiences, and a big part of my experience now is my kids, obviously, and like for me, I want them to feel the love, hopefully, that I have for them, like through the music, and I guess, you know, like music is now like not necessarily my job. It's kind of, it can be sometimes, but now it seems like this is like an outlet of just pure creativity at this point in my life. And so I think if anything, like that's what I want it to be. But ultimately, like even from my dad, from my great grandfather, like there was this element of like, you know, just talent. I remember like going through like my dad's, you know, sketches all the time, you know, and just being like, he's in awe. He's an illustrator too. Like he, outside of just being like a film director. And I think that was something that came from his grandfather. And kind of, that's cool. Just being like, and I drew as a kid too. And now I'm seeing my son is an incredible like drawer and like way better than I was at his age. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even like show him how to do it. He's just doing it. And it's kind of wild to see those kind of like traits that just are getting passed down. And, you know, just by way of like the Lord's creating them and giving them these things that have been in the family. I don't know, man. I with music and work in general, like I feel like I just want my, you know, I don't know, my legacy, I guess, to just be like doing things ultimately unto the Lord and like hopefully benefiting the church and like and encouraging people to like, and creatives in particular, to like, you don't have to be a pastor to like be relevant in your work. I think that was something I struggled with a lot, especially being in Beautiful Eulogy, and these guys were amazing at threading together like these very theological and heavy and weighty, you know, content. And I'm like, I'm just not that guy, you know, like I can't think like that, and my brain doesn't work that way. And I struggled with it, you know, like for a long time, like being on the road, and we would do these Q&As and people would ask all these like super theological questions, and, you know, even simple stuff. What's your favorite Bible verse? And like, I was like, I'm like, I'm lucky if I read the word, you know, like some days. And it's just like, I felt like I couldn't necessarily be true to myself in just being kind of like a real simple Christian, if that makes sense. You know, like I wanted to be and still feel like led to just be like a loving person who's like committed to the Lord by like by being with his people and telling people about him in my like normal life, you know. And so I think even within the music, it's kind of like you know, going through, or just like kind of letting the creative work like kind of do its thing, and even if it's just instrumental or whatever, it's like that stuff can have an impact. And I've even got a lot of messages from people who are like, have been moved by just an instrumental piece that I'm like,
dude,
sure,
absolutely,
you know, like the Lord's using that, and it doesn't always have to be like heady theological work. Like the Lord works through all those things, you know?
Yeah. There's so much that can be said with lyrics and that kind of thing, because it's conveying in words the way that we understand. But I think I'm a little bit like you, where I think I feel more than I can maybe explain or verbulate. Is that a word? Verbalize. That's the one. And so like so many of your guys' songs, the Beautiful Eulogy stuff, like I can take in what they're saying and I can like, but it's all about the emotion too of the music, of the instrumentation of it all, that's the catch, that's the part that replays in my mind that helps me remember the words and the feeling of it all. And that hooks you, because so many times a hip hop or rap song is you know, stanzas or phrases or cadences of that kind of stuff, and it's this kind of thing, and that helps, but it's the underlying musicality of it that really sells it and helps me memorize those types of things and stuff. So like there's definitely a place in even in like movie scores and stuff. Like I've been working on curating this playlist of like somewhat epic but emotionally driven musical scores that we'll reflect on at some other point in a Threshold episode or whatever, but there's so much that can be said without words in music, and that's a huge part of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's also sorry, there. I don't know if you're familiar with Shane Claiborne. Are you familiar with that author?
I'm not.
No, I don't agree with a lot of his takes on modern Christianity, as he would put it. But he kind of coined this term of like being an ordinary radical, of just like live your life, like understand, not to like demean yourself, but like God has you here and you're it's perfectly acceptable to be an ordinary nobody and still be radical for Christ.
Totally.
And that's something he really coined that term. And I read his book probably at least 15 years ago. But that's always kind of stuck with me. And when you were talking about how you try to approach things, it's like, dude, that's spot on.
Yeah. No,
that's
super
radical.
dope. That's a great phrase. And yeah, like I think I see, you know, I mean, dude, like the church, the preacher is giving the word, and which we need, but the church is the people that are sitting in the pews, you know? And so it's like, if we don't have more ordinary, what do they call it again? Ordinary radicals. Like, to me, it's not going to fulfill the Great Commission, you know, like you need those people. Just like, you know, every other part of the body and all that. So it's like, yeah, man. And I think, you know, I definitely have felt that in my life, to just be like, that's my role, you know? And then obviously getting into production and kind of playing the background role, that's kind of been my MO, you know. It's like, I'm not the lyrical writer. I'm not, you know, I'm just like, I want to emote through the music, and the music is like my canvas to like express those things. And they're not, like I'm not a wordy guy. I'm like very, you know, like I dude, like public speaking is like the worst thing in the world for me. And even getting on this podcast was like nerve wracking, just cause I'm like, you know, funny. It's not something I feel natural at, you know, is talking to people. So I'm very much like a lay in the cut. Like even my wife, bro, like she'll tell you when she first met me, and I barely said anything to her. You know, I would just be the guy who's like sitting in the back, you know, like chilling by myself. And so it's been really crazy to see like the Lord's work and utilizing, you know, me and putting me on a stage for a little bit of time, where that was like, you know, it stretched me and it was, you know, was cool, but it was also really hard, you know, in certain aspects. And, but ultimately, you know, he has been helping me feel encouraged to be exactly who I am. And, as long as I'm relying on him in every aspect of those things, you know, like he's going to utilize me, you know, and even when I'm not, sometimes, like even when I'm feel like I might be straying, he still can utilize me and does, you know. So, all that to say, I appreciate the encouragement, and that's dope. That's a really dope word, bro.
Yeah, ordinary radical.
Yeah. I mean, even you on this podcast, you said you're never like, you don't present or emote that way, as like it comes very natural for you to speak and to say.
Dude,
I can fake it really well now, you know. Yeah.
No, just come hang out with us, Courtland.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If we're just hanging, bro, that's that's like me and the most comfortable thing for me. So yeah.
But even like, I just rewatched it today, that King Culture video, like, if I was in your position, I've taken the background role of, you know, Foley mixer. We're in the background to the max in movies and that kind of stuff. But like, I saw you every now and then, you were like singing along in the words in that video. And if like, if I was in your position, I'd be like, no, I'm just going to press my buttons over here and do the thing.
Trust me, bro. Yeah. I definitely wanted to do that, you know? I mean, that was part of it too, was like, I kind of had to develop like somewhat of a stage presence in a way that I didn't feel like natural. And I found ways to make it feel that way, you know, like, I mean, and definitely in every Beautiful Eulogy set, like I'm singing and like I would sing on the record too. It's not like that wasn't a part of what I did. But it was more of really the hardest part. And on the stage, I think you guys all know this because you guys all play music, right? And have been in a were you guys in a band together? I'm trying to.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were in a band in high school / college-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but when you're on a stage, you kind of, there becomes this performance element or this kind of like disconnectedness that happens from everybody else that what you're kind of doing, The hardest part, honestly, was after the show. And then you're like, especially because we would then have to like, meet a bunch of people and talk with a bunch of people. And that was hard. That was hard for me,
Yep. I relate to that.
Yeah.
A lot. Either screenings or award shows or whatever, where you see the thing and you've been either slightly recognized or whatever, and then people want to come talk to you about the thing. You're like, dude, I just pressed some buttons and I faked it the whole time.
Yeah.
Please let me leave.
Totally. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I still have those moments where I'll play for different worship teams, or I'm playing at my church all the time, and it'll be, wow, that was a really great worship set or whatever. And people come up and talk to me about my guitar playing or singing or whatever it is. And I'm just like, hey, like, I really feel flattered, but this is about God, and I just want to run away.
Oh my gosh,
like, totally. This is a weird situation for me
Sorry,
right now.
I'm not taking questions right now.
Yeah. You want to know about my guitar? Just go look at it. I gotta leave right now.
Totally. And you're like an extrovert, right, Jared?
Oh, I'm very much an extrovert.
Yes.
That's why, like, the whole getting off stage, when we'd play shows, and we had a few successful shows in high school where people would want to come talk to us, like, we would all run away. Like, we would all just be like,
I want to run away on stage, bro.
Dude,
I mean, I played in bands for a long time throughout college and stuff. And I'm nervous every show. Hated leading up to it. Hated it. Once you're up there and you start playing, you're like, okay, I got this. But like sick to your stomach.
Totally.
The show.
Yeah.
I will take time. I will talk to everyone in any other situation. But when it comes to like my music or playing other people's music or whatever it is, it's always just like, this is way too personal, and I feel like I have no clothes on, and I need to go get dressed.
What needs to be covered right now? I was like, this shouldn't need to be covered, but I got to cover it.
Dude, I mean, honestly, I think, which is funny to hear, because that's exactly how I felt. And I mean, a big part of why I was like, dude, I just don't want to tour anymore, bro. Like, I am so done with this. Like,
so funny.
And but I always was like, oh, but musicians, like real musicians, not me, because I'm just like hitting buttons or whatever. But I was like, like I always thought you guys love just performing, because that was like a big part of, was playing your music out live, but it's not the case with everybody.
No.
I do love playing and performing or leading worship or whatever it is. But for me personally, when I walk off stage, I want to leave that on stage.
Yeah.
Especially leading worship. It's just like, as flattering as it is, I don't want to hear, wow, you really nailed your parts. It's like, cool.
Yeah.
I hope you were worshiping God.
Totally.
I hope you weren't distracted by me hitting that high note I haven't hit in 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I haven't
for sure.
For sure. So
but also, I curated my outfit all week to look at.
Also, I was really nervous about picking out which black shirt I was going to wear and which black pair of pants I was going to wear.
Yeah. There's some weird dichotomy, right? With all that stuff.
Yep.
Like you got to look the part. You got to feel confident about what you're doing, and like, no, you're performing. But then you're like, but what? I don't want you to just see that. Yeah. Just don't look at me. Close your eyes.
Also, I'm going to spend hours this week practicing, but I hope you don't notice how much I had to practice.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, that's funny.
All right. Courtland, what bottles are you chasing right now? Are you looking for anything particular? Are you saving money? Or
I mean, bro, I'm always looking for something, bro.
Know, right?
I mean, I was like on that stag chase for a while because I never had a bottle.
Yeah.
And then within me, I think it was like within our text, and I was like, oh shit, I have 3 now.
Yeah.
And then now I was too. And then now I have 4, I think, currently. And most of that happened through trade. I like getting a Weller Foolproof pretty easily, and then being like, oh, let me trade that for a bottle of Stag. Because it's still hard to find stuff out here. It's great when you do, because it's MSRP. But every liquor.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it is nice, dude. But it's all the liquor, or I'm sorry, all of the bars have, like they order all of their product from the liquor stores, and so they're spending $10,000 in a week, at some of these stores, and even though it's regulated, they're not supposed to do this, but each store is going to like hold some of those bottles for the liquor or for the bars. And so for me, just coming in and be like, hey, do you got, any allocated stuff? And sometimes they will, and a lot of times they will just be like, nope, nothing, and so you have to like find the delivery day. I'm now kind of like on that whole thing. Like if I have a list of stores and their delivery day, because some of them will just kind of put out what they did get that day. Mm-hmm. And then there's a Reddit thread that is like a dude, some dude that works at OLCC is the only thing, Oregon Liquor Commission, Cannabis and Commission or something like that is Perfect. What OLCC stands for. And the guy will just mention on Reddit, like, Jack Daniel's 12 year is out for delivery, good luck. And then you're like, oh, cool. Like if I know the store that has a delivery, then maybe I can get to that store as they open and maybe I can get a bottle,
That's cool.
It's kind of wild. And like, I feel like at a time I felt pretty like content with just the stuff that I've been like, familiar with and able to get. But there's definitely stuff that I'm like, man, I've never had a bottle of. Obviously, any of the like super high end and hard to find stuff, the BTACs, the Pappies and stuff. It's like, that would be really cool. But man, like maybe specifically, any of the, Jack Daniel's, those special releases, I've never had a bottle of those. And like, I think I discovered I love Brown-Forman's profile. Mm-hmm. Like I love Jack Daniel's and I love Old Forester. And so usually those special releases, like I'm all for trying to find. I think I watched the video that you guys had, or the episode where you guys tasted, was it 10, 12, and 14?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Tommy.
Yeah, dude, that was freaking amazing. And I was, and then I think you guys had mentioned, I think you all did like a vote on basically who is like the top distilleries or whatever, and you guys landed on the fact it was like Old Forester and Jack Daniel's.
Right.
I think, right? Is that, am I right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Tommy's always like a Jack Daniel's fan, and I think I maybe persuaded to say Old Forester because, King Ranch and whatever, but yeah, super good.
Yeah,
1920.
1920.
Yeah, 1920 is a banger.
Yeah.
Dude,
and 24, bro.
I was talking to my Total Wine girl today, picking up your bottle, Blake.
Yeah.
They had President's Choice earlier this week.
So that Sacramento store gets so much stuff.
Bro, I'm trying to convince her to go manager and take my number. And she's like, dude, people get fired for that.
Well,
you're my favorite customer, but I'm not going to do that. And I was like, fair.
Michter's was another distillery I felt like I really ended up falling in love with on my trip to Kentucky. And visited the distillery and went to their bar, which is phenomenal. They had some amazing cocktails. And then did a flight of like their ryes and dude, like I was like, dude, this 10-year is incredible. And then it was like, this year was the first time I ever acquired a Michter's 10-year rye. And we had our 12-year, me and my wife anniversary, just
a few weeks ago, right?
Week. Yeah, a few weeks ago.
You texted me that
on the
night
12th,
that you were having that.
And we popped the Michter's 10-year rye for that. And that was...
I poured a little in your
special
honor.
Yeah.
The
you
one
sent
that
me
I
that
have.
picture.
Is that what I have?
No. Which
Michter's do I have?
You have the barrel proof.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the barrel strength stuff's good too.
So good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I killed a bottle of the rye.
Yeah.
I think, a friend bought it for me in like Tennessee or something. He was out there and found a bottle. Mm-hmm. But
very tasty. Cool.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you, Courtland.
Thank you guys.
I know we spent
thank you so much.
The better part of 3 hours with you.
3 hours with us.
Dang, is it really been? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, dude. I think it's well deserved for as long as you've been a part of this. considering that we were texting the night before we released our first episode.
That's
pretty awesome.
And then just the amount that unknowing to you that you've been a part of my life with the music and just what that has all meant with Beautiful Eulogy and the Nova Nimbus / Courtland Urbano stuff. Yeah, super happy that you were able to make it, that we could make this happen, that I got the samples to you after so many tries.
They
That
took
was
a little
so
tour
funny,
across
bro.
the streets.
Yeah, dude, we had to age it in the air. All good. Yeah, so thank you. It sounds like you're kind of just doing the 9 to 5 and getting into music when you can, which is how we all kind of do it. So that's super cool. White Lightning, great film, great score. Can't wait to see what that does in the festival circuit, and if it gets distribution somewhere. Everybody should definitely check that out. And just thank you for putting up with us for the past 3 hours.
Oh man, it was so fun, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Courtland.
Great meeting you guys, Grayson and Jared. I literally just want to hang out with you guys anytime.
Dude, we will make
anytime you're in Oregon,
it's
hit
gonna
me
happen.
up. Yeah. And then I'll hit you guys up if I'm in
If
California.
there's some good distilleries up there, let us know.
Dude, of course.
Dude,
We'll make a trip out of it.
Oh,
what we
dude.
have to do is, hopefully this is post all of us meeting up in Oregon, but when Sean's got his tiki bar going,
Yes.
Oh,
we
that's a great
definitely
idea.
got to go to Colorado, pick
Bro.
up some Weller, and go to tiki bar and
legit.
friggin' pick up skateboards. Dude,
Legit.
let's do it.
Yeah, no.
That's what we're gonna do.
Honestly, if don't even go to Kentucky, go to Denver, because beyond Weller, it's insane, bro.
Yeah.
I was in shock. So yeah, that would be a fun trip.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Courtland,
Yo,
can you do me a favor real quick?
what's up?
Just say, this is Threshold.
This is Threshold.